Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Mula rito sa Inares Center sa Antipolo City sa lalawigan ng Rizal, natin namin sa inyo ang second game ng ating PBA Sunday doubleheader sa Commissioner's Cup sa PBA's Golden Season. What a spectacle it was 2 days ago when TNT Import Bol made his debut. That game had all sorts of things including action and some drama. At ngayon, haharap na naman ang TNT sa ating crowd. There he is on your screens. He's going to be facing Caddy Lane of NLEX. It's going to be Tropang 5G against the Road Warriors here in Antipolo. NLEX looking to go 3-0. TNT looking for win number 1 after that drama 2 days ago. And together with me is Coach Ryan Gregorio, who hails from over here, just a few steps down the road. But Coach, now that we've traveled to this place, what's in store for us?
Napaka-importanteng laban, lalong-lalo na para rito sa kupunan ng TNT. They dropped their first game against Rain or Shine. That was a beautifully played game, but unfortunately they came up short. On the other hand naman, itong NLEX, maraming nagugulat dito. 2-0 ang kanilang kartada. Nanalo sila, unang laban nila kontra Blackwater. Tapos nanalo rin sila sa kanilang second game kontra naman Magnolia. Now let's take a look at our team standings. At the top of the heap is Terra Firma with 3-0. Samantala itong Meralco Bolts 2-0. Sinundan niya ng Rain or Shine together with NLEX with 2-0. Barangay Ginebra 1-0. They won against Macau. Samantala itong Magnolia, after losing in the first game, they dropped to 0-3 together with Macau Black Knights.
So yun ang ating mga early standings sa Commissioner's Cup. Of course, NLEX looking to go clean after 3. Kung ma-accomplish silang panalo sa araw na ito. Ito yung huling panalo nila against the Hot Shots. And these are the numbers.
They got the job done, eventually winning by 7 points. They shot better at 48%. Samantala itong Magnolia, 42% lamang. They had more second chance points, that is plus 10 for them. Tapos yung bench points sila, dun talaga nakikita yung pang rotation ni Coach Jong with Chico. He's getting a lot of mileage from guys coming off the bench. And also, tignan natin kung kaya pang gawin muli yan ng koponan ng Road Warriors.
This guy's job is safe so far sapagkat dalawang panalo na ang nakuha ng kanyang koponan while he is in that center slot. Si Caddy Lalane out of the University of Massachusetts. Just enough to help his team win. Nothing outstanding. Simple maglaro, Coach RG. Pero ayos na ayos, pasok na pasok sa fit nila.
Very stable and he is, kumbaga, a fit dun sa system nila on both ends of the floor. He plays good enough offense and also he's a mean defender as well. Look at his numbers against Magnolia. 24 points and a 50% shooting from the field. Was also able to grab 11 rebounds and block 3 shots. Even in their previous game against Blackwater, he had 22 points, also had 16 rebounds and also blocked 2 times. So itong mga gusto talagang mga manlalaro ni Coach Jong with Chico.
But then they're going up against a championship-tested team katulad ng TNT, which is reeling from this last loss against Rain or Shine just 2 days ago, as we mentioned, Coach.
And it was very obvious. Coach Shot Reyes was very upset with the performance of his team. They eventually lost by 3 points, even if yung kalaban nila played on an all-Filipino complement in the last 6 minutes. He did not shoot well from the 3-point area, only 26% out-assisted. They played a lot of one-on-one. They were not sharing that rock, and as a result, mas maraming assist itong Rain or Shine. Samantala, points of the turnovers, that's a huge disparity. 20 points out of the many turnovers by TNT, a total of 14 turnovers for them. Only 4 turnover points for TNT. Perimeter scoring also, it was dominated by ROS 44 to 36.
And there he is on your screens, the center of attention, si Bol Bol ng TNT. And he had good numbers dun sa kanilang unang laban. Let's see if he can match them with better effort perhaps and better percentage from the field. In the meantime, babato natin kay Jen de la Cruz. Tatawagan niya yung mga unang 5 na magkabilang koponan.
Point guard from Ormoc City, Leyte, number 8, Robert Bolick. Shooting guard from Santo Tomas, Pampanga, number 77, Cyrus Torres. Small forward from Olongapo City, Zambales, number 14, Shani Winston. Power forward from Santa Rita, Pampanga, number 33, Tony Simirat. And at center, it's a Road Warriors reinforcement, number 25, Caddy Lalane. Coaching the Road Warriors is Jong Wichiko. It is now time to meet the starters for the TNT Tropang 5J. Point guard from Cebu, number 0, Simon Enciso. Shooting guard from Guagua, Pampanga, number 17, Jason Castro. Small forward from Tondo, Manila, number 15, Jordan Hidding. Power forward from Dumaguete City, number 8, Calvin Octana. And at center, it's a Tropang 5G's reinforcement, number 1, Ball Manyut Ball. Coaching the Tropang 5G is Chot Reyes. Game officials are Big Olivina,
Our officials are on your set. Janine Nicandro and Cherwil Solon are the rest. Here are the starting 5s for coaches Jong Wichiko and Chot Reyes respectively. The guys in white are TNT, guys in blue are NLEX. And here we go. And that's 3 times na nag-jump ball si Bol Bol mula nang nag-i-import siya rito. Twice in that other game, 1 today. And he tapped he's the one who got the tap in the first 2, but he tapped it to the wrong person. Ngayon naman, he lost the tap. Diba? Despite the height advantage. Tapos si Iris Torres, naka-2-shot, 2-point shot na agad, Coach RG.
Oh, good execution right away by the Road Warriors, scoring the first 2 points in the game. Let's see the execution of TNT. Tama yung nabanggit mo, 38 points for Bol Bol. But if there's something that you want to see, it is better shot selection, better accuracy from the field. He made his first field goal. He missed 19 total shots in their previous game. 34 total attempts. So at least 1 out of 1 shot to start this ball game.
Pero 30 plus points pa rin yun, di ba, Coach? Yung departamento na gusto ko mag-improve si Bol, which I'm sure he can do with just a little more effort. 5 block shots in that first game. Kaya niya mag-15 block shots kung gusto niya.
Tama yan.
Di ba? Ayun, hindi nga niya nahabol. Nakalayap na si Canada Lane for 2 NLEX.
And another aspect that they have to improve on, it is their transition defense. We saw that in our earlier discussion. Napakaraming transition points ng Rain or Shine in the first game. Ngayon, fast break attack na naman para sa NLEX.
Jordan Heading, he's looking to bounce back from a lackluster performance a couple of days ago. Oftana will shoot off the glass. Sanbeda versus Sanbeda yon, and the younger one in that generation, si Oftana hits it over Semerad.
He scored 19 points in their game against Rain or Shine, so you know that he is expected to score anew in this game.
The top scorer nila yan kahit yung Philippine
Tama
Cup, diba?
naman.
One of the best in the league when he's on. Torres fading to the left. Overshot that, and Bol will get his first rebound of what will be at least 15 siguro, just standing around. Heading! It's a miss from Jordan Heading. Have yet to hit a shot.
0 out of 4 in their previous game, 0 out of 1 here in this game. He played 35 minutes and was not able to score against Rain or Shine.
So check that out. Off one leg, ala Dirk. Kaya yung comparison nga raw dito kay Lalane, LaMarcus Aldridge. Medyo ganun nga yung galaw.
Yes. Pero maganda rin yung description mo. Nothing fancy, he gets the job done. Diba? Wala siyang masyadong flair sa kanyang mga tira, but he has outscored the ball, at least in the opening minutes of the first quarter.
Tipped away by Bolick. Tumama pa sa hita ni Jason Castro. And that's going to be a turnover on TNT. And Jason still contending that he wants a review, but I don't think it's coming. So he has to head back down on defense.
Let's take a look at the slow-mo. Na-anticipate ni Bolick yun. Na feeling ni Jason Castro, hindi naman tumama sa kanya, pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating laban dito.
Here's Lalane one more time. Jumper is short. Jason Castro looking for some teammates to run with him. Wala, kaya binalik na muna niya. Goes to the trailer. Ball will stop and pop. Another miss. He's 1 out of 3. You know, this guy's a volume shooter, it seems.
Oh, yes. We mentioned earlier, he shot 34 times in their game against Rain or Shine, only made 15 for a very low clip of 44%. On the other hand, itong si Lalane is just Mr. Accuracy, meaning when he takes his shots, it's always a good shot, well within his range, and even fast break attacks is a capable scorer.
You know what? If you're Coach Sean Reyes, you want to see more of that mula kay Bol kasi kaya niya kahit sinong defender, that length that he has some quickness as well. That's his first inside incursion in this game.
Tama yan, he has to mix it up. He does not have to rely on his outside shooting. He has an incredible advantage in the height department, so he must take advantage of that one. But speaking of taking advantage, this guy, we've seen it time and again. Just a cool customer from the three-point area, knocking down his first three-pointer in this game.
Specialty of the house ni Tony Semerad, yung mga ganyang klaseng tira, the quick release from Rainbow Country. And Ciso going over to Heading. Winston trying to keep a pace. He steps back. Jordan still can't get it. Oftana, offensive rebound and put back.
Good anticipation that time by Calvin Oftana. But you know, yung mentality nitong ni Heading, he just forgets about his miserable shooting from the field. Diba? 0 out of 6 to start this conference for number 15.
Alam na, wala na siya magagawa ron. He'll keep taking it till he finally makes it. But here's Shawnee Winston, who, you know, I think he's not being talked about enough. After coming over here from the Converge 5-on-Xers, he has been a starter for Coach Jong Wichico, and he has played very, very well.
Yes, especially his mid-range jumper. Parang ano yan, local version ng DeRozan yan ng NBA. Di ba? Pag nakita mo yung perimeter J niya, call it automatic.
Lalane over Bol. Oh, that's short. Air ball. Wrong side of the net ang tinamaan. Yung labas lang.
Tama. At alam natin na mas malapit yung kanyang range. Pero speaking of just pulling up for AJ, he got his defender behind him. And almost automatic yan from mid-range. Itong si Shawnee Winston.
Oftana trying to contend with Winston right now. He's got the height advantage. He knows it. Kicks it out, but that's right between two players. Turnover na naman para sa TNT yan. Kita mo, Coach, I was watching Bol and Lalane jockeying for position. And Lane's a pretty big guy. Maybe 6'9", 6'9 and a half. Pero mukha siyang maliit. Nakatabi ni Bol. Ganun katangkad talaga.
Matangkad talaga, pero alam din nila Lane yung advantage niya, yung low center of gravity, meaning mas maganda yung kanyang balance, kayang-kaya niya iusog itong si Ball Manood Ball.
Short yung tira ni Cyrus Torres. Ball gets another rebound and he has the ability to bring this ball across the timeline. Ball will drive again. And that's the problem. I think kulang sa strength. Yun yung kulang din kay Ball because when he gets bumped, he's immediately dislodged.
He loses his balance, lalo na on the move, dahil nga medyo lightweight siya.
The looper from Lane is a miss. Bakbakan sa rebound. Tap-tapan ng bola. Nakuha ni Shawnee Winston after Bollick kept it alive. And he's gonna go to the line para sa dalawang free throws. Deshaun Winston.
Battle among the guards for that offensive rebound and winning out even if he did not get the inside position because of his determination to get multiple opportunities to score. Mabibiyayaan na naman itong si Shawnee Winston. Good start once again for the Road Warriors. They're enjoying a 5-point advantage right now. And then, very unlikely for Winston to miss a free throw.
Last game niya against Magnolia, 14 points, 6 boards, 6 dishes, and 3 steals. So, all across the departments, magandang pinakita ni Shawnee Winston. And I think if he continues playing that way, we're gonna see him in the starting lineup regularly.
Oh, that is definite. Even in his first game against Blackwater, he's scattered 10 points. But what I like is the way he's passing that rock. He's averaging 4.5 assists in the first 2 games. And not only that, his contribution on defense, 3.5 steals per game. So, kita mo na, nag-develop na talaga yung defense and offensive game dito si Winston. Pero yun, kinakailangan mo talaga. Ball should not settle, partner. Alam niya, he will always have an open look because of his sight from the outside. But time and again, he has to penetrate, get fouled, and go to the free throw line.
That's right. And he lifts that ball. It's higher than everyone else. And then this time, not too much contact. Able to stay focused on the basket. Naka-square ang shoulders niya. Chance for the 3-point play. He didn't get too many despite his size. Wala siya masyadong N1 na plays dun sa game niya, sa unang game niya.
Tama, but if there is another thing that he really needs to improve on, it is his free throw shooting. Another turnover, and look at the Road Warriors. They're just gonna run. Good thing. Maganda yung tapik nito si Brandon Ganuelos-Strasser. But I'll just go back to my point earlier. Ball went to the free throw line 16 times in their previous game against Rain or Shine. He only made 7. So that means he missed 9 free throws. He just shot 43.8% from the line.
So pwede, as we see Bollick hit his first outside shot of the game. Pwede 40-plus point game si Ball sa kanyang debut eh.
Easy.
Pero mintis yung mga free throws.
Tama
Sunod.
yan. So, 2 things. Number 1 is his accuracy from the field. He missed a total of 19 attempts and he missed 9 free throws. Napakadali sa kanya mag-40 or 45 even.
That's right. That's a miss from Simon and Ciso. Trailing by 7 itong TNT. And NLEX looking to build on this 7-point lead. 5.5 to go in the first. Lane will back down BGR. Trying to make some space. Kicks it over to Tony. Hesitation on the shot, then now he'll take it. That's a miss. Easy rebound for Mike. Nieto will bring it into the paint, then retreat. Leave it for Bol, who looks to shoot again. Oh, so close to the basket, couldn't get it. And then, look at that. Barely even had to jump to slam that one home. Coach?
Oh, he has generated a lot of excitement, especially dito sa ating basketball-loving fans. And we want our ticket to be sulit. Ganon kagaling ang expectation natin dito kay Bol.
Well, you know, serious na serious. Si Bol, di mo lang napindi after that play and the crowd cheering him on. But quietly, NLEX is having itself a good shooting start here. Another 3. BGR, binawin.
He has that range, so nagsagutan yung 3. Pangalawa na ni Anthony Semerat dito sa first quarter pa lamang. Pang-una pa lamang para rito kay BGR. 3 out of 6 for 50% for NLEX. 50% also, but lesser attempt and lesser made shots from 3 sa TNT.
Kevin Alas trying that under the kilikili type of shot, unable to hit. Here's Bol once again. Goes, spins, kicks it to the corner. Can Calvin convert? That's short. Rebound taken by Lane. Nice pass from Bol. Hindi na nakompleto ni Calvin. Cross court, Semerat isa pa. At that time, yung sinasabi ko, standing up lang, naka-15 rebounds siya eh.
Tama yan at na-intimidate din eh. Itong si Anas, usually he will take that layup but he saw ball in front of him. He opted to make the extra pass. Samantala, BGR mixing it up on offense. He was able to make a shot from 3 this time. He attacked the basket after this timeout. He will troop to the free throw line.
Ito yung drive kanina. Ang lapit na niya, nagmintis. Eh sa laki niya, nakuha niya ulit. Then look how quickly he dunks it. Wala eh. Out of tiptoe lang. RG parang dinunk niya, tsaka niya tinaas yung paa niya eh.
Walang masyadong effort eh.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
A 2-0 start doesn't mean anything. They learned their lesson last conference. And there's nothing to celebrate about, but instead they should channel their energy playing to high standards. That's individually and as a team. Now against TNT, it's been a guessing game for them until last Friday as to how Tropang 5G will play with ball. They try to cover as much as they can, anticipating what they're gonna do. But at the end of the day, only 2 things for Coach Jong. Extra effort and more team play. Charlie and Coach Archie.
There has been some team play on the part of NLEX in the early goings. Kaya naman lamang sila ng 5. That was Apple David with the report. Of course, si Apple maya-maya may kwento na naman yan. Napakaraming baon na kwento niyan eh.
Maaga kasi yan pag pumunta rito sa venue. Talaga nagre-research yan eh. Inaabangan ng mga tao yan pag nagre-report.
Mas sikat pa sa mga player yan si Apple David eh.
Uy, lalo na nung All-Star.
Diba?
Biro mo siya nagturo sa mga PBA players sumayaw.
Eh, tapos dati nanalo pa siya dun sa 3-point o 4-point shootout ba yun? Siya yung nakatira nung, di ba?
Tama.
Yung under, yung parang Lola shot, granny shot.
Yes.
Iba talaga yan eh. Pasok yung free
Nag-viral
throws
siya ron,
ha?
yes.
Para kay BGR. Cuts the lead down to 3. You know, this has the makings of, I feel it na coach, na mukhang dig-dig-digan itong laban na
Alam
to.
mo, magandang laban natin dito sa PBA. At sinabi ko rin yesterday when I covered San Miguel versus Titan, the beauty of all sports is its unpredictability. You saw how Titan beat San Miguel. And in our first game, Blackwater also beat Magnolia.
Right.
So Blackwater really had a miserable game in their first 2 games, but pumasok yung kanilang bagong reinforcement na si Upshaw. Incredible contribution, 35 points, 3 out of 6 from 4. And eventually, they were able to notch their first victory in this very young conference.
Grabe nga yung import na yun. He's about 300 pounds, has some great low post moves, no? And, you know, because Ochefu was nursing an injury, tamang-tama lang na nagpalit sila ng import at di naman yung naging epekto, panalo agad.
Tama yan. Yung combination nila ni Bearfield, napakahirap istapin because you have to double team yung Upshaw because he's just so tall, so heavy, and so skillful. And that left Bearfield open on the kick-out, 1-on-1 3 points. Bearfield was just fantastic in the first game.
Rookies na medyo exciting talaga panoorin. And you're pairing him with a guy like Robert Bolick. So, sarap panoorin talaga backcourt dito. May Winston ka pa, may Alas ka pa. Ito na nga si Kev. Di lang na napasok yung 3-point natin. Bagsak! Si BGR lumipad. At pinagbibintangan niya si Daling. Sabi ni referee Flor de Lisa, tama ka.
Tama. Loose ball variety. Itatawag ron kay Lane.
I wanted to mention this about Daling. You said nga, di ba na, we were talking about it, di masyadong flashy, just goes about his business. Kahit yung mukha niya, hindi nag-iiba yung expression eh.
Tama yung demeanor niya. Steady lang. Kumbaga sa yung mga naglalaro ng 2K, neutral. Yun lang yung mukha niya. Nothing high, nothing low. Steady lang.
Pwede sa poker yan.
Pwede yan.
Diba? Ito si Nambatak dropping into Henry. Bitin yung tira ni Galinato Jr. He played well in their first game. Got a few baskets inside. May dakdak pa. Hand off to LJ. Siya ang best player sa kanilang panalo kontra sa Magnolia. Playing against Nambatak. Down to Lane and that pass was way off. Ha? Talagang off target yung entry pass na yun. Sabay sorry agad kay Caddy Lane. Apat pa rin ang lamang ng NLEX Road Warriors. 2:38 ang nalalabay sa ating first period.
What's happening again? We run regular flow. Alright, you got that? You got 2 fouls already. Right now. Okay? Pick and rolls, rules. Pick and roll rules, alright? Okay? All locals. He's a musher. Alright? Okay? The rest is all moose, local moose.
Nakwento natin kanina na may konting action na nangyari sa TNT Rain or Shine game 2 days ago at ito ang naging resulta niya, Coach.
1-game suspension dito sa Jalen Johnson, yung import ng Rain or Shine, plus of course 50,000 fine. Ito naman kay Glenn Cobontin, medyo mas malaki-laki yan. 2-game suspension siya, 70,000. Of course, heat of the moment, but we saw itong si Jalen Johnson apologize right away. And pati sa production team, lumapit siya. And basically, he said, I'm not that kind of a player. And I'm very sorry to the fans. I'm very sorry to my team. I'm very sorry also to Glenn Cobontin. You know, yung regret, importante yun eh. That response mechanism wherein there's a little conscience. That is what we like dito sa PBA. Minsan nangyayari talaga because of the heat of the moment.
You have to exhibit that remorse ng konti para ma-appreciate na nga yung apology mo. But, you know, I think I saw that. Doon ako ng-cover na kami ni Dr. J. And there's a missed dunk from Bol. You know, there was a little bit of other action as well from other players. And I think there were some lucky players there who escaped fines or reprimands.
Tama yun. Medyo provocative, di ba? Yung paghabol. Pero hindi sila na-finan. But meron din naman restraint. Yun ang importante. Hindi nagtuloy-tuloy, hindi rin nag-escalate.
I'd like to also commend the referee Kai, who was the guy who got Jalen Johnson, got in the middle and got him by the hip, by some waist, at tinulak niya into the tunnel area. So that's a very gutsy move by our referees. And indeed, it was nice. They were part of the reason why the game got out of hand because they let them play, you know. But then later on, nagkagulo na, they really risked their lives to jump in between these big players.
And another person na i-commend din natin dapat, si Kaylan Chongson. Dahil siya ang kumbaga, tumulong kay Glenn Cobontin na ilayo muna. Nung nandun na siya sa may bench nila, iniwan niya na. So okay na.
That's right. I actually want to speak with Kaylan and ask him what was he telling Glenn? Kasi yung whatever he was whispering habang hawak-hawak niya si Glenn Cobontin, nakalma si Glenn.
Na-pacify. Correct.
Normally kasi pag ginawa ka, yung
pipiglas ka
kalaban pa yung humawak sa'yo, baka biglang mas mag-umalma ka eh. And look at that defense inside. And that's what I'm saying. Bol can really change your shot. Pero he drew a foul, Cadila Lane. Free throws for him. Misses the first one, back rim. You know, there's so many stories to tell, and we do have usually 2 games on a play date, and after all of these are intertwined kasi the records will show later on, will fall into place kung sinong papasok sa playoffs, sinong hindi. So, yung mga kwento minsan, lilihis tayo mula rito, pupunta tayo sa kabilang game, pag-usapan natin mga player na hindi naglalaro ngayon. Pero konektado pa rin yan dito eh.
Oh, definitely. But one thing is certain, grabe yung interest level ng mga PBA fans ngayon sa PBA. Dahil nga tumaas yung yung mga teams na dating nasa ibaba, tulad ng Terra Firma for example.
That's right.
Nananalo na. At number 1 pa ngayon sa bracket. And finally a basket dito by Jordan Heading. After many tries, he was held scoreless in their previous game against Rain or Shine, and he did not settle with his outside jumper. He went closer to the rim.
So first 2 yan, could be of many kasi strict shooter din yan si Jordan Heading. LJ kicks it out to Cyrus, 8 to shoot. Trying to hand it over to Shawnee. Trying to attack the baseline. 2 to shoot. Shawnee puts it up. Short. Tuloy-tuloy ang ating laro.
That's good defense. They're able to sustain it. Now they're pushing that rock.
Kicked ng Batak. Hesitated on the outside shot. Drops it over to Mike. What a setup mula kay Stingray.
Back-to-back brilliant plays for TNT. Now they've tied the game at 21 points apiece.
Muntik na makatres na naman si Anthony. But now a chance for TNT to grab the lead bago matapos ang ating first quarter. Trailing sila since the start. Bol. He's gonna hoist it up from there. A 4 if it goes. Just a bit too strong. And contento na sila. Natabla. At the end of 1, Coach Chot wants to clarify some stuff, but there's Bol. He's a bit upset, throws the towel down to the floor, but his team is tied with the opponent here in Inares Center.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
And if this is a small man, you can against you. You've got to get movement and cut through. What's happening is after one pass, and then KD gets to a ball screen right away, which backs it down, all right? Now, if there is no pass on the forward, then you can ball screen. Take the forward pass. Now, second, on the ball screen, all right? We got 2 layups. You've got to help him a little bit, and then make ball pop, and then then you recover the ball.
Si Caddy Lalane. Look at him. Just a little shove off. Diba? Para may konting separation, coach.
Tama ka. Ganun din talaga yung mga ginagawa ni Dirk Nowitzki for him to go for those one-legged jumpers. You push your opponent a little bit just to create space, but good enough not to be called for an offensive foul. So, na-master na rin ni Lalane yan.
Yun yung ginawa ng bata natin si Luka Doncic against Houston the other day to win the game. Diba? Konting push-up sa side. Sabay tira. Diba?
Tama. Paano yung tres na bata natin kanina, si Luke Kennard naman.
Bata na natin siya ngayon, coach. Dati di masyado ngayon, bata na natin siya. There's Bol with a shot coming off the timeout. The lead is now with TNT as we start this second period. LJ Gonzalez, still young in the league, trying to find his way. Shawnee Winston, a rare miss from that range.
Nakita mo yung rebound na yun? Kinukuha doon sa may backboard na yung sa may box.
Doon sa box nga eh. Ganun kahaba yung wingspan eh. Ray thought about it. Sabay bitaw, bitin. Shawnee comes to get it. That's a foul mula kay Nieto to stop the momentum. That's Mike, yung kanyang kapatid. Nasa kabilang team, nasa NLEX. Si Matt naman, di na natin kung makakapasok mamaya, magbantayan sila. Kasi kanina nga, sa unang laro natin, nabanggit ko sa'yo, yung dalawang Escoto, Richard and Russell, were on the court at the same time.
Bantayan sila. Bihira yun, yung
First time
brothers,
kaya yun? First time kaya yun na 2 games tapos may mag-utol pareho, di ba? Pwede.
Kasi yung Han Messi magkakampi na eh.
Magkakampi na nga sila. Tsaka yung Semirad, wala na yung utol eh.
Tama.
Wala na si David eh. Hand off to Bullock. The kick to the corner, extra pass to Cyrus, and then another one to Shawnee. Down to Caddy. Caddy faces. Over ball! Nothing but net for Caddy Lalane.
Nakakatawa yung ball movement nitong Index. Bumabalik yung bola sa kanila. Almost another turnover but disrupted with the quick hands of Shawnee Winston. But you can see the attack of Lalane. He's going for his step-back jumpers and the loop is a little bit higher para hindi maabot ni Ball.
And then, curious ako, coach, kung anong sinabi ni Lalane. While they were running down, they were talking a little bit sila ni Ball. Ngumiti si Ball. So first time ko yata makita ngumiti si Ball mula last week. Kaya I wanna know what Caddy Lalane told him. Di ba?
Correct.
Natuwa sa kanya eh. Lead pass goes to Shawnee. Shawnee against 3. And then he attacks and draws a foul. Jordan Henning. Walang takot dito si Shawnee Winston eh.
At saka part of the plan is really outrun itong TNT. So the moment they get defensive rebounds or they force a stop, they're looking really for their initial attack, which is a fast break option for them. Ang feeling kasi nila, mabagal bumaba si Ball. At pag si Ball nandiyan na sa loob, ang hirap ng pasukin dahil nga ang haba.
Coach, bakit ang bagal bumaba ni Ball? Oh!
Kita mo,
diba?
Kaya ayaw nila ng half-court execution.
Pass underneath, bawi agad para sa TNT. Nasabi ko kaibigan mo, ba't ang bagal bumaba ni Ball? 5 steps lang naman yun, nasa kabilang court na siya, di ba?
May mga instances kasi na parang 3 points to 3 points na yung takbo ni Ball. Siguro hindi pa siya masyadong in shape when you talk about his game condition, the match fitness.
trying again to block him. He obviously changed the shot. And Ball is asking referee Solon, come on, he's pushing me. Wala bang offensive foul yun?
Gusto natin magalit ng konti para lumabas tunay na laro.
Oh! That's a miss from Ball. Ganda na ng galaw. Just couldn't let it drop. Bolek lost it, got it back, kicked to Cyrus. A miss. And Gio Halalo, the smallest guy on the court, gets that rebound. He did play as well 2 days ago, si Gio.
May dalawang bunot nga si Coach Chot early in the first half. Diba kanina si Mike Nieto, pero another missed layup by Jordan Heading.
And another foul taken by Nambatak to prevent the attack na napakaraming players para sa NLEX. There's that block from Bol. Got 5 in the first one. I think he's got 2 already in this game. And just living up to the name dahil yung airpods niya, talagang hindi ka makaka-drive dun eh.
Oh, of course.
Diba?
Sapal ka parati dun. 7'7" yun eh.
Yep.
Diba? Mas matangkad pa sa kanyang anak eh.
Malaki nga, 40 inches yun. That's pretty big. What a difference. Remember, he was standing in the middle, just swatting shots away and shooting 3-pointers.
Tama.
Remember?
Yes, when he was playing for the Washington Bullets.
No, tsaka Sixers, dun mga tres. Shawnee forces it up, no go. White Shirts get it. Kevin Ferrer is in the game. He had a nice stretch in the second half nung laro nila kontra sa Rainer Shine, si Kevin. And Ciso, kick to Kev. And Ciso will make his move. 10 seconds to shoot. Halalon. Akala ko postehan niya si Bolik outside to Oftana. Oftana against Herndon will step back. Jumper is short. Easy rebound for Lalane.
Not really good in terms of clean execution for TNT. Grabe yung pagiging tentative nila dun sa kanilang atake na yun.
And Bolek got hit on the way to the basket. Kevin Ferrer called for his first personal 2-point lead for TNT, 8:22 to go. At the line is Robert Bolek. And would just like to tell it again, no? That Blackwater defeated Magnolia in our first game ng ating doubleheader. 97-91. Bearfield was the best player, 26 points, 6 assists and 3 blocks. But the big man, diba? Upshaw stole the show.
Oh, very, very impressive. And I'm calling on all basketball fans here in our country. There's a new big ticket in town, and that is Upshaw of Blackwater, 35 points. His massive partner, napakalaki, napakalapad, but he shot 3 out of 6 from 4.
Tama yun. Tsaka hindi masyado mabilis up and down the court, but in the low post, ang quick gumalaw. Oh, check out that shot. Speaking of quickness, Gio Halalo quicker than anyone to the hoop. It is 3 for TNT, approaching the 8-minute mark here. Gio, si sneaky pa sana mula sa likuran. Bolek uses the Rakal screen to go to Shawnee. That's a 3!
No problem with that rotational defense. Quick to bounce on that mistake with Shawnee Winston hitting a big 3 from the deep corner.
Tabla. Oh, tabla na naman tayo.
Tabla na naman. 27-27.
Simon, the bounce to Galinato Jr. who muffs the layup.
Daming minti sa layup. Ito TNT, nakakapanginayang.
Yung nakashoot pa ng layup, yung pinakamaliit si Halalo. Shawnee just hit a 3. He's thinking about it. Brings it a little bit closer. On the way up, that's a reach in from Simon and Ciso. Huling-huli ni referee Big Oliva yun.
Very low-scoring game. First, let's take a look at this 3-point shot by Shawnee Winston.
That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Yeah, Shawnee playing well so far. May pumasok na sa laro natin. JB Bahio is in. And Justin Chua, the balik PBA Justin Chua, coming off a gold medal performance.
Oh, yes. Diba? And it increases value. Yung naglaro siya dun sa Southeast Asian Games, nabigyan pa siya ng kontrata ni Coach Chot. Wow!
Oh, there's Berto Bolek straight to the hoop at medyo dinimpa niya bago niya na-reverse.
And that is important to see the floor. No ball inside. It's time for you to attack dahil walang rim protection itong TNT.
And Lex back in the driver's seat as Ferrer hands it off to Calvin. A 4 if it goes. Wide right, easy rebound taken by Halalo. Inside to Chua, turns. Attack! Basket for Justin.
veteran move once again, using his fantastic footwork and pivot moves to score his first 2 points of the game.
There's room on a roster for a guy like Justin Chua. Nag-volleyballan doon, nakuha na ng white shirts. Halalo na will handle. Puro blue nakikita niya in front of him. Waits for his teammates. A screen from Chua. Halalo released but missed. Look at Kevin Ferrer trying to get that offensive rebound, and Herndon will get called for the loose ball foul.
Just his first personal foul and also the first team foul para rito sa Road Warriors. Tignan natin itong ginawa ni Robert Bolick. Nagkape pa sa Erin. Napakahirap na tira para kay Berto.
It's a nice shot from Berto, but we've seen him do that often.
Parang ordinary na.
Normal na yun.
So what? Parang ganun.
Apple, anong kwento mo?
In Tropang 5G, they're still figuring out how to play with a 7-3 guy. A first time para sa kanila and something they're not used to. So finding ways to maximize ball and playing off him. Pero kahit nasa adjustment period pa sila, a couple of takeaways from their opening game. Unang-una, they cannot allow giving 32 points in a single quarter. That cannot happen again, especially against itong Road Warriors who plays with a similar pace and pressure to Rainer Shan. And pangalawa, taking care of the ball. Being in sync in what they're trying to do, kailangan mag-communicate sila sa loob ng floor. Back to you, gentlemen.
No turnovers. Ang dami nilang turnover against Rainer Shine. Itong TNT, they were turning it over in crucial points of the game. And that also cost them. Pero, you know, in the here, they've already had a bunch of turnovers noong first quarter natin.
And that was a huge difference maker, especially points off the turnovers. 20 points generated by ROS and only 4 for TNT. And eventually, TNT only lost by 3 points. So sayang talaga yung mga pagkakataon na yun.
Another outside attempt para kay Shawnee Winston. He missed, but Racal shoved, rather Ferrer shoved Racal out of the way. That's a loose ball foul on Kevin, his second. Looking at this lineup of NLEX on the court, no? Racal nandyan, si Shawnee Winston. Sino ba yung isa? Puro mga si Herndon kanina.
Yes.
Mga former Alaska players sa Converge.
Correct.
Sobrang isang yun. Anyway, 3-point lead for TNT with 5:45 to go.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Perfect. Ganitong klaseng scoring is a coach's dream. Dream ng coach to yung ganitong klase. Imagine 24, 14, 14, 14, 13, parang dream siya. If you have always like this na scoring, ang ganda ng movement nyo, ang ganda ng pasahan nyo, ang ganda ng chemistry nyo, team chemistry, and hopefully it remains this way. Because of course there are times na kailangan may talagang puputok, di ba? But generally, maganda yung scoring opportunities na ganito.
That was Coach Jong with Chico referring to yung scoring output ng kanyang mga players in that last game na 7 silang nag-double digits, Coach.
Kaya tuwang-tuwa talaga si Coach Don because you just cannot rely on 1 or 2 players to give you a victory. It has to be total team effort. So yun, binanggit ni Coach Jong yun, led by the import Lane who scored 24. Even Bolick was a willing passer. He only scored 14. Napakababa yun to the standards niya. But for Bolick, the most important thing is the W after the game.
That's right. Oftana off target again on the 3-point shot. So medyo mahina signal para kay Oftana so far in this game. LJ missing the fast break layup, however. Here comes Gio Alalon looking for his teammates again. Drops it to Kev inside to Calvin. Well run, break.
Good extra pass, finding an open teammate, and finally it was Oftana, recipient of a brilliant assist pass.
A quality pass, actually. Here's Shawnee Winston dropping it over to always hardworking Dominic Fajardo. Yung mga Fajardo, Baguio, di ba? Yan yung mga talagang work horse talaga para sa kanila. Bowling, dropping into dumps. Good defense from Justin Chua. It'll stay with NLEX, I believe.
Kaya nakakatuwa din the way this team was constructed, and you have to give credit of course kay Coach John and the rest of the coaching staff and also their team governor na si Ronald Dolatre, dahil work horses, tama ka, yung kanilang mga pinapasok, hindi naman big name players siguro other than Bolig. Wala ka talagang super sikat naman na laro rito, and yet they play as a cohesive unit.
Oh! He knew! Look at that! Awareness of the time left and switching that. Kapapasok lang niya ulit. Nakita kasi ni Coach John, pinasok na si Ball. He put the lane in and he immediately hits a basket.
11 total points now for the import of the Road Warriors.
We're tied yet again at 34. Oh, gustong bumawi ni Ball. There you go. Too easy to shoot over everyone. He's looking into the rim. Shawnee attacks. That's a miss. Check out the points in the paint differential, coach. 24-8 in favor of TNT.
That is a good sign for TNT. That means hindi lang sila nagsisettle sa kanilang outside shooting. They are aggressively attacking the paint, scoring on high percentage shots. Itong si Ball, when you take a look at this game, naninibago din siya. Pag yung ang bantay niya, mas maliit sa kanya kasi hindi siya makapag-crossover. Na-anticipate yung kanyang crossover, but he likes this matchup against the lane dahil medyo NBA height din, maski pa paano.
That's right. Now it's with him again. Yun, umutik na naman sa tapikan ni LJ. He's trying to back down the lane. And that's a miss and a foul. Kevin Ferrer ba? Oh no, they're calling it a ball. So he reached in. That's going to be his first.
But
penalty, free throws.
Sayang yun. With 3:49 remaining, that loose ball foul called against Ball will give Lane 2 give shots. 12 total points for Ball here in this game. But yung shooting niya hindi pa rin ganun ka-accurate, partner. It's 6 out of 16. Only 37.5%. Kumpara mo kay Lane. A little better naman. A little better at 5 out of 12 for 42%.
Just a little bit better. Apple, what do you have?
Kadalasan, it's the physicality here in the PBA na main concern ng mga imports. But for Cady Lane, it's the heavy minutes. He's not used to it. Sa mga dating kupunan daw niya, he didn't really have to log in more than 40 minutes. Yung style of play is nothing new, but it's more on staying effective and efficient for extended minutes. That's what he needs to work on, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Apple. You know, I don't even think he reached 40 minutes dun sa ibang mga teams niya, di ba? Pero dito sa PBA, you're practically expected to be on the court almost the entire game. Then heavy, heavy load ka pa, scoring, rebounding, depensa.
Correct.
Halos Superman na ang mga import dito eh. You know, that's a powerhouse matchup at the point guard position. Yung mga malalaking katawan na hindi ganun katangkad, pero alam mo, ang lakas talaga ng katawan, Gonzalez and Alalon.
Tama, halos ano eh. They actually play alike. A little taller lang itong si Gonzalez. So every time these two players play, yung octane level, yung speed bumibilis dito sa magkabilang kupunan. Good quality minutes. Play there by Halalon, pero nagpalit na, pumasok na si Jason Castro, who had a good game. Coming off an injury, that was his first game against Rainier Shine, was good for 13 points.
Nag-i-improve na agad ang mga possibilities pag nandyan si Jason Castro. As Ball has realized that you can actually play inside and get easy shots.
Tama, alam mo minsan I feel for him dahil talagang niyayakap na rin siya ni Lane pag umaatake siya. But ang feeling niya, okay, I'll just run back on defense. So he's playing with the better maturity here in the second game in the PBA.
Lane again, barely grazes the rim. Whitechurch will get it. Masok na rin si Richie Roger, who was activated prior to this game in replacement of Joseph Eriobu. Lineup ng NLEX, and now Castro with it. Swings it back. Ball will not hesitate, but he will not make it either. And on the rebound play, try as he wanted. I'll give Nambatak an A+ for effort. It's just too small compared to the length.
Correct.
Richie with 3!
May mga magic bunot na si Coach Jong with Chico. Kumokonekta, tumatama. First shot from deep. Itong si Roger. It hit the bottom of the net.
Told you, good one going on. Almost 2 quarters in already, Coach. Di kita ng ating labanan.
Yes, well-played game so far, although both teams are not shooting well from the field.
Nambatak! Another miss and the blue shirts underneath. Takbo sila. Ito si Bolick.
Shot selection ng Batak part ng last game pa. Ang sama 3 out of 9 siya nung last game niya. Ngayon, tira na naman sa 3.
Lalane. Step back na naman. Same result!
You know that 15-footer all the way to probably 17, that's well within this range. Pero pag nandun na sa may 3 points, parating kapos eh. Di ba? Ba't ang dami ng puntos yan ha? 14 puntos na yan.
Jason, that's a 3 from Jason Castro.
That's what you get. Ito si Jason Castro. Probably lost a little bit of his speed, but definitely not his outside shooting.
Nabanggit ko, Coach, nung first game ng TNT, he's lost a step, but he's still ahead of everybody else. Kasi several steps ahead niya siya dati, di ba?
Sobrang blur talaga ng araw yan. Walang kamatch na quickness.
Tony again. That's another 3. Tony Severad, his 3rd of the game.
And obviously, they worked on that shot. Probably they realized that they need to shoot probably 10 feet or 12 feet away from ball. So might as well take it from Rainbow Country. And they've been knocking it consistently.
Yung si Castro doon, tried to follow up his first one. Hindi ka pwedeng babagal-bagal ng 3-point attempt mo kasi si Bo Belga last game, he knew that. He was taking his usual time from 3. Nasa loob ng paint 2 steps, nasupalpal siya.
Correct. Pero nung dumipenda si Belga, nakaramdam si Bo.
Nakaramdam din. Siyempre. Castro just foul baiting. Gets one from Richie Roger. Tutungo sa linya si Castro para sa 2 free throws. Plus 5 3-pointers. Itong NLEX 3-point brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook, TNT rather. And that's a shot by Castro. Ito namang si Semerad sumagot sa kabilang panig. Score natin 45-41. Road Warriors. NLEX Road Warriors up ahead by 4. You see Borgi Hermida, one of the assistants. He's the one giving instructions. But let's talk about this guy, Jason Castro. I mean, there's really not much to be said anymore about how great he's been in this league and in international competition para sa Pilipinas. He's a legend, and he's actually a legend who is still playing. Pero ngayon pa lang, we recognize him as that already.
Oh, definitely. And it's still a major contributor para sa kanyang kupunan. And in the scheme of things wherein nothing is happening, you need someone who can quarterback and also make right decisions. Maasahan mo pa rin itong si Jason Castro.
At siya nga tutungo sa linya ngayon para sa 2, pero nadugtungan yung full-time out ng isang 30 pala. With 28.7 to go, ginamit na ng isang team yung 30 na hindi mo naman pwede i-carry over sa second half. So tuloy ang kwentuhan natin tungkol sa 2 koponan na ito. We see the assistant coaches, diba? Nandyan si Adonis Tierra, nandyan si si Virgil Villavicencio. He's actually the team manager, but he's been a coach for a long time as well. Woody Ko is now part of that, former UP Maroon dyan sa NLEX. Ito yung sinasabi kanina, nabanggit mo na ito. 7 player ang nag-double digits. Ang ganda ng distribution, Coach.
Oh, fantastic scoring by most of the players here for NLEX. Look at that, 24, 14, 14, 14, 13 for LJ Gonzalez. He ended as our best player of the ball game, and even Kevin Alas was able to score 13, and Anthony Semerad. So yung sinasabi ni Coach Jong, very clear yun. Coach's dream yan. You don't want to rely on 1 player or even 2 players. Sometimes 3 players scoring double figures is enough for you to win a basketball game. But with 7, sure shot yan. Halos sure shot talaga yan.
And 10 of the 11 players scored. So 3 more guys scored aside from those 7 in that game. Here we go. LJ Gonzalez. Makakahirit pa ba ang NLEX bago matapos? May 4 na segundong diferensya ang ating mga orasan. Gonzalez goes to Bolick. He's usually the guy with the ball in his hands in these situations. He'll kick it to the corner. That's a block from Calvin Oftana. Gotta credit that to him. And now it's Castro with the chance. He's focused. He'll take it. Oh, and he misses at the buzzer. And after all of that, plus 2 lang ang nangyari sa NLEX. 21 all at the end of one. 45-43 natapos ang ating first half. Here in Antipolo, second half action will resume after this break. We'll give you some numbers bago mag-umpisa yan.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Hey, Rob. Nakakalahati na ang labanan dito sa Inares Center Antipolo. At the half, the score is 45-43. Just a 2-point lead for NLEX over TNT. Not the best shooting first half for both of these teams. Pero digdigan na ating labanan, Coach Ryan, and that's the way we like it.
Oh, definitely. Both teams struggling mightily from the field. So it has become a defensive kind of a ball game in the first two quarters at least. Miserable yung shooting percentages itong two teams na to. Good thing para rito sa NLEX. They shot better from the three-point area compared to TNT.
That's right. You know, and lots of three-point shots, yung mga incursions sa loob. Siyempre, kailangan bigyan natin ng konting pansin. Yung dalawang malalaking mama. Tabla sila sa scoring, lamang ng konti sila Lane sa rebounds. And the shooting has improved on both sides. Si Cadila Lane naman more of the same, steady lang.
Alam naman natin yan, lalong-lalo na sa mid-range. Maganda yung pag-loop niya ng kanyang tira. Samantala, aggressive naman sa pag-atake sa bola o pag-atake sa basket. Itong si Ball is still asking the referees to call more fouls against whoever is defending him. But what is certain is he has improved tremendously. Is not just shooting from the outside, is now attacking, getting near the basket, and going for slam dunks.
Pero naisa na siya ni Cadila Lane a few times with that step-back jumper na. Ito yung mga numero, Coach.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, both teams not shooting well from the field, but it's just so fortunate for NLEX na tumatama yung kanilang rainbow shots, 7 out of 19. That is 21 total points generated from Rainbow Country and only 6 para rito sa TNT on a very bad shooting of 2 out of 11 for 18%. More assists for NLEX. But good thing, of course, when you're TNT, you want to be aggressive. They have more second chance points. But obviously, because of the number of threes by NLEX, mas marami yung kanilang perimeter points.
We've told you about the top scorers. Mga imports yan on each side. Ito yung mga supporting cast nila. Oftana, BGR, Jason Castro on one side, Semerad with 3 3-pointers, Robert Bolick with 9, and Shawnee with 6 early in the game. Para rito sa NLEX. May play na gusto natin i-discuss, Coach Rai.
Oh, this is what you want. Every time you have a guy, an NBA talent, you have to make sure that you give him the space necessary for him to do whatever he wants. Look at this extra pass done by TNT. Look at ball with a perimeter jumper. What you like is for him to get easy shots off. He will always have an advantage because of his vertical advantage, or what we call vertical real estate, and also by his sheer length. But talaga makakashoot siya over whoever is trying to guard, but he has to be more accurate, partner. Yun ang problema niya. Masama yung kanyang field goal shooting.
That's right. Pero you saw what happened there, di ba? His defender was inside the paint. Bumitaw sa kanya, left him alone. The Orlando Magic know how that feels when you leave someone alone like that, di ba? So, yung ganyang klaseng tira, kailangan talagang ipasok. And Bol in that play was able to hit it.
And also, when you see exactly where can he generate a lot of points, we're seeing that even in his first game, he has to put the ball down. He has to dribble his way, probably closer to the rim, or get his rhythm off the dribble. Every now and then, he has to get easy shots. So he has to be set up also by his teammates. That was a perfect illustration how to get ball, shoot wide open shots from the perimeter, and hopefully that will improve his field goal shooting.
Some last second instructions to carry Lalane, who has pretty much held Bol to a standoff. Kasi 14 points each nga sila. So parang cancel out lang ang nangyayari dyan. So the locals will really need to step up here. Try to outdo each other as Bol will step into a shot and miss again. Marami siyang ganun, no? Accurate naman yung pagbato into the rim, but it's a little bit too strong and it bounces out.
Hindi pa niya makakalibrate ng mabuti eh. Parang nagsasag nga ng bahagya itong si Caddy Lalane dun sa depensa eh. The perimeter jumper is actually an allowed shot dito kay Bol.
Corner three. Biglang binato ni LJ and he puts that one in.
His first 3 points in the ball game. In total already, the 10th made 3 by the Road Warriors.
Here's Jordan heading to Bol. The soft touch was there, but the ball just didn't want to stay down. So 0 for 2 to begin the second half. We don't see Bol. LJ kicks to Berto. He was in 4-point man. Now he kicks in. Perhaps another 3. That's Sonny Winston putting that one in.
And when it trains, it pours for the Road Warriors. That is exactly the shot that they want to use to beat TNT, and they're making it on a consistent basis.
Imagine 2-point lead to start the quarter. Biglang naging 8 na, pero naka-off na. Si Bol, how easy was that? One more time.
At yun siguro yung kailangan niyang gawin. Don't settle with his floaters or running shots. He has to go one step closer and just go for slam dunks. Hindi
LJ.
pa matama, yun ang problema eh, di ba? At least sa slam dunk, mas malaki yung porsyento niya.
16 points na para sa kanya. That drive si Berto. Harassment by the white guards. Bol on the break. Taktak na naman! To the delight of the Inares crowd, Coach Ryan.
And that is what we saw sa kanyang highlights sa NBA. Dribbling the length of the court and finishing it off with a slam dunk.
Bowling in the paint. Kick kay Semerad. That drive. All the way up and in. Defeating Oftana on that play.
Very intelligent attack by Anthony Semerad. For sure, the defense will rush out long because he already has 3 threes. So ginawa niya counter-attack. He scored another 2 points.
Double digits na siya. 11 points for Tony Semerad. A travel from Jordan Heading as he lost his footing sa kanyang pagpihit doon. Balik ang bola sa panig ng NLEX Road Warriors. Castro will sit. And here's that dunk on the break from Bol. Badut Bol. Bol pangalan, partner.
Thank you. Hindi ko alam eh. Banda ako sa maikling pangalan. Sayang yung layup na yun. Nakita niya eh. Nandun sa likod niya si Bol eh.
Daming bintis sa side na yan kanina ng TNT. Ngayon si LJ. Parang meron dyan sa side na yan yung goal na yan as we see Oftana get fouled.
Sorry, miss there by LJ Gonzalez. That was actually wide open.
Ito yung Bolik na nawala sa kanyang bola. Binato niya kay Shawnee. Corner 3 pinasok ni Winston. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Calvin, tahimik pa sa laban na ito. Hits the first free throw. Another one coming up para sa kanya.
Very quiet indeed. Only his 7th point in the ball game.
You know, this is a guy na the fans need to root for him to have great performances, for his shooting to be there, because he has been a mainstay of the Gilas pool for a long time. His performance here has not translated into international game yet, but you're hoping if given another chance, it finally will.
Tama yan, especially because we're lacking accurate shooters from the 3-point area. Diba? Yun ang nagiging problema natin. So, kinakailangan talaga Calvin, CJ Perez, diba? Yung mga players na yan.
Yung mga kandidato dyan to be that shooter sana. Like maybe this guy. On cue, salamat Berto.
Parang nagmukhang genius ka ron.
Diba?
11 points na si Berto, pero napakaraming tres na binibitawan nitong Road Warriors.
That's right. And normally it's TNT who's knocking down all those threes.
Yes.
7-point lead, and Ciso, he's been quiet. Sabay drive, andun si Cady Lalaine. Don't forget, he's also about 6'10". Bolick the kick to the corner. Shawnee in rhythm. Just a bit too strong. LJ fighting for it. Grabe tumalog itong mga maliliit, ano? And they keep it alive. Now Cady being defended aggressively by Brandon. Cady. Are they gonna say, no? Are they contending na goaltend yun dahil Paul was able to grab it out of the air? Si Brandon Canuelas Rosa parang galit na galit dumipensa rito kay Cady Lalaine. Here's the 3. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. That's Berto Bolick. Lalaine from UMass. And you know, in the first game of NLEX for the conference, nabanggit na ni Dean Quinito ito. UMass, sino pinakasikat sa UMass? Dr. J. Julius Irving.
Ganun ba?
Oo.
Okay yun na. Kasi nandun na ako sa may mga Marcus Campi.
Yun na nga. Yun binanggit ni Dean yun. Pero second na lang yun. Second na lang
Of
yun.
course, masikat naman talaga si Dr. J.
Iba naman si Doc. Hindi yung Dr. J kasama natin dito, ha? Si Julius Irving. Kaya sabi ko. Baka nanonood si Doc J sa atin ngayon. Oh, and he had something to say to Semerad. So he's coming alive as well. He's learning, you know, a little bit of how we play here in the PBA.
He has to play with more aggressiveness and determination to knock down shots on a consistent basis. Buti nga hindi natawagan ng flopping dun si Anthony Semerad.
Off target. Yan yung mga rebounds. Sabi ko siya, patapik-tapik lang. Double digits sa rebound, di ba? Si Bol with that rebound. Kasi 9 sa kanina. So pang-10 na niya yun.
Pero ano ba yung gusto natin din? Yung maglaro siya na may konting emosyon eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Minsan masyadong stoic eh. Itong yung facial expression nitong si Bol.
Ano masasabi mo dyan, Apple?
Ang masasabi ko dyan, napakaraming usapan sa locker room ng parehong kupunan for TNT. Defending better without fouling is one of it. And also, once they get opportunities for layups, so wag silang ma-inlove sa outside shooting. Make sure they have various points of attack. Tapos turnovers, yes, mababa na yung turnovers nila. Pero mas onti pa yung sa NLEX. If they can win that turnover battle, whether that means committing less or forcing NLEX to more, then good for them. For NLEX naman, continue to be able to spread the floor. They cannot have ball parked in the paint. Those are some of the talks sa huddle room ng dalawang kupunan. Back here, gentlemen.
Salamat, Apple. And we saw Cady Lalaine just suddenly jack up a 3, or was that even a 4? But nothing but air sa play na yon. Nandun kasi yung presence ni Bol. Ng bata, tipped away. Brandon keeps it alive. Now they go to Bol. He'll get into the paint, spin around. Oh! He is rejected. Cady Lalaine timed it perfectly. Then now, Lalaine is in the paint. He'll bang into Brandon and slam it through. So that was all Cady Lalaine. The defensive stop and then the jam on the other end.
That is a whole scheme, a full suite na nakita natin doon. Depensa at opensa. And count another miscue here on the execution of TNT. Miscommunication. And there it is again on the weak side. Look at that. Not seeing that there was Lalaine there to block his shot. But Lalaine was not done yet. He will get that position inside and he will slam it home. But while we were doing the slow-mo, nakaagaw itong si Heading and he also scored on an unmolested basket.
59-56 and Lex up by just 3. Bolic's in the paint but he sees ball, retreat. Siyempre, hindi naman pag nakataas yung kamay, Coach Rai. And then the drive si Shawnee, pasok ang layup pero nullified na yan sapagkat may foul na nangyari. Brandon Ganuelas Rosa is asking referee Janine Nicandro, what? Where was that foul? Ito yung agaw, nawala kay Kevin.
Yung turnover doon dumulas yung bola tapos nagmintis doon. Akala natin si Heading pala yung nakatira. Hindi pala, putback pala ron. Si Calvin Oftana, even in the first 2 quarters, they were just aggressive in attacking the offensive rebounding yan. Kaya mas marami silang second chance points. Nadagdagan na naman ng 2.
Here's Alas. Dropped it over. He set it up. He set it up. He drew the defense. Si Ball nakapokus sa kanya. Sama na naman dunk para kay Caddy.
Alam mo yung isa pa kailangan matutunan ni Ball. Hindi man na kailangan tumalon para bantayan si Kevin Alas. So he lost his balance because he bit the fake. Wala nang nakarecover kay Lalaine.
Ng Batak forcing that one up, no go. Easy rebound para kay Lalaine. 5 lamang ng NLEX. Pwede nilang dagdagan sa sequence na ito. 5 minutes and 25 na titira sa third quarter. Parang napaka-intense ng laro na ito. These two teams are really playing with aggression. There's a drive from Berto. And he gets it to go.
If it is a single coverage, I think one of the harder players to go up against is Bolic being guarded by a local defender. Wala nang magawa doon si Ray ng Batak. Look at Robert Bolic, still asking for a foul. I thought there was a foul, which was not called, but still, it counts for 2 points just the same.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Alam mo, pag pinag-uusapan ng NLEX, kailangan kasama sa kwentuhan si Robert Bolic, pati si Coach Jong. Pag pinag-uusapan ng strength ng team nila, ito talaga yung number 1.
And you have to appreciate the evolution of Robert Bolic. Look at that, 14 points, only shot 9 times, was able to grab 5 rebounds and issued 5 assists. Against Blackwater, he exploded for 24 points, also had 7 assists. In tonight's game, 14 points and 6 assists and a high efficient performance from the field, 5 out of 7. So what am I saying? Previously, when Robert Bolic plays, he is the system. But with the way they are running things under the system of Coach John Wichico, he is allowing himself to be a contributor doon sa sistema na ginagawa ni Coach John. Kaya napakaganda ng mga pasa, napakaganda ng mga execution nila sa opensa.
And here's Ball now, once again with the possession. He'll try to bring it in. Turnaround jumper. Gets it to go.
Slowly but surely is getting the numbers. 22 total points for Ball on 25 attempts. So ganun pa rin, only 11 out of 25 from the field. Kailangan mag-improve pa rin yan.
Tony Semerag misses from the corner. TNT a chance to come closer. Heading. Quiet night pa rin para kay Jordan Heading. Not the usual numbers that we've come to expect mula sa kanya. Si Ball. Oftana. On the way up, almost stripped. Outside the ball, na ilalapit na naman. On the way up, he's fouled. He forced it up. Miss, but get to the line for another trip. And he still has to prove to us, Coach, that he can actually knock down free throws.
That's a good point. He only went to the free throw line 1 time in the first half. Missed 1. But again, nung huling laban nila, 7 out of 16, he missed a total of 9 attempts from the free throw line. And him almost.
He almost missed.
I hold my breath.
Ikaw, Apple, go.
If you only look at Bobo's numbers nung first game, impressive. But if you look closely on how he played, sabi nga ni Coach Chot Reyes, terrible. He needs to realize that there are more responsibility for him playing here in the PBA as an import. Dagdag pa dyan, kailangan niya ma-recognize yung talent around him, the capabilities and the strengths of his teammates. So tignan natin paano ba mag-i-improve yung gameplay niya with the comments from the coaches. Balik sa inyo.
Well, he's been attacking the rim more often now than he did in that first game. That's one room where he has improved already. Pero, diba, there's a lot of aspects still that he can get better for sure. Yan yung talent eh, tsaka yung size.
Definitely, and the experience, playing at the highest level. He's playing here in the Philippines na nasa prime pa siya, 26 years old. But he also needs to understand that defense is also one aspect of the game na kailangan ma-motivate na rin yung kanyang mga kampi. Dahil yun, yung mga tira na yun ni Alas, hindi naman niya kasalanan yun eh. Pero kailangan mag-rush out long na yung mga players ng TNT.
Yep, another three. Oh! Heard the whistle, just flipped it up. And it went para kay Ball. Bonus free throw coming up para sa kanya. And we just love the way, I hope he appreciates it, ito si Ball. The way the crowd here in the PBA has really just welcomed him with open arms, di ba?
Oh, definitely. Even in this very first game, Saraneta Coliseum, the Coliseum was packed. Of course, second game, Ginebra was playing. Pero what is very important at this point is yung bang kailangan na yung chemistry ma-develop nila eh. Hindi lang sa opensa. Ang nangyayari kasi sa opensa, pag hawak na ni ball, nanonood na lahat. So ngayon, ang kailangan din naman dito is kailangan maintindihan ng mga manlalaro o mga kakampi niya na pa-penetrate na lang itong shooters ng NLEX dahil nandun naman siya. O kaya, nag-penetrate nga but he was not able to foil that attempt of
thought he would have easily gotten that.
Just put his hands up.
Tony's a foot shorter than he is. There's Nambatak, one of the best still at drawing fouls mula sa nagbabantay sa kanya. And so, he's had a poor shooting night to si Ray Nambatak. Pero ngayon, pupunta siya sa linya. And for all you know, this could get him going once he makes a free throw or two.
I think so. Usually, kukuha ka ng kumpiyansa mo from the free throw line. 0 out of 3 so far in the ball game for Nambatak finally making his first free throw. His first attempt, only his first basket also. So, a lot of things or good things must happen dito sa TNT, pati sa kanilang free throw shooting para makabalik dito sa laban na to. Although manageable naman. Only 4 points itong lamang ng Road Warriors ngayon.
A timeout has been called with 3:06 remaining sa ating third quarter. Apat nga lamang ng NLEX. Kanga ni Coach Ryan.
Side fist, okay? Side fist. Sino to? Tony. Okay? Just run side fist. Okay? Pass the ball. Cut ito. Go here. Just like what you did. Okay? Where are you? Where are you? You're here, right? Yeah. Oh, usually I'll be on this side. Dito sa high post. Once this going. Yeah, flash. Okay? And if this guy helps, okay, if ball follows
the PBA right now in the early stages ng ating Commissioner's Cup, you know, if you look at the standings, pwede kang magulat sa mga, uy, ba't ganito tong team na to? Tatlong panalo, dati di nagpapanalo. Itong team na to, ang lakas ito dati, wala pang panalo. Ganun yung mga tingin-tingin mo. Kaya kanina, nangyari, upset. I'd say it's an upset.
Of course.
Even if wala rin panalo ang Magnolia, but Blackwater had been playing worse, di ba? Kasi mas malalaki ang mga talo nila compared to Magnolia. And then they come out and they beat the Hotshots.
That was a massive victory by Blackwater, of course, led by Cedric Bearfield's 26 points and 3 assists. It was practically unconscious in the fourth quarter, but another person who just shifted the tide, and all of a sudden they were just like playing like a grizzled team and playing long together. Maski first time lang naglaro because of the contribution of Upshaw. 35 points, yung panibagong import ng Blackwater.
The big man, you gotta come and watch him. Meantime, there's another big man here. Si Ball, and then si Caddy Lalane. Inside to Tony Semerad, who's been sneaking around there in the paint. Missed it, but kept it alive. Ito si Alas. Naku, di na sumubok. Inside, nakuha na. TNT running. Here comes Nambata. Kick to Mike Nieto. To the trailer of Tana in rhythm. Too strong.
Sayang yan. Yung pa rin sinasabi mo, no? Wide open shot dun kay Oftana.
There were times that we just expected him to make it already. Pag nagmimintis, doon tayo nagugulat.
Tama.
Something has changed.
Zamona ng bahagya. Ito na TNT. Binabago nila. Gusto nila parating may bantay din sa shooters, lalo-lalo sa corner shooters nitong Road Warriors. Samantala, nakahanap ng paraan itong si Kevin Alas.
Tintinong ganyan shot niya. Something that's a shot that he's had since his college days. Diba?
Floater na yun. Ang hirap dahil ang taas ng loop. Parang mga Francis Arnaiz kasi yun.
Ganun eh. Yung mga talagang palobong tira. Minute and 46 remaining. Turnaround jumper, Calvin Oftana. Too sharp once again. That's 2 in a row. Same type of delivery.
Because ball plays the outside. Pag nagbinti si Oftana, wala silang offensive rebounder.
Racal will try his own. That's a miss. Oftana gets the board. Now to Nambatak. Up ahead to Mike Nieto. Mike says, okay, I'll wait. Nambatak says, I'll go all the way.
That is definitely a step towards the right direction for them to inch in closer, only down by 4 points with 1:15 remaining here in the third quarter.
Lalane looking for some movement from his guys. Sabi niya, go cut. Now it's with Tony Semrad. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Berto comes out to get it. Nakabantay si Nieto. Bebuelo, si Robert. Titira ng 4. Too strong. Semrad kept it alive yet again. Balik kay Alas, swing to ball, balik sa kanto, ito na naman si Tony, over ball!
Just a lot of opportunities to score. They've been attacking the glass, they've been getting a lot of options off those offensive rebounds. At natutuwa sila pag si ball yung sinusyutan nila eh. Kita-kita mo yung excitement level nila, tumataas.
Achievement yun eh. 7-3, natiraan mo eh. Tapos mintis pa si ball on that side. 6-point lead, looking to make it bigger bago matapos ang third period. Si Semrad, big contributions on loose ball recoveries, tips, rebounds, and I think he's got 15 points already in the game.
Tama ka. Eksaktong-eksakto yung contribution ni Anthony Semrad.
Among the locals, siya yung maraming ambag yata silang dalawa ni Bolik, who draws a foul from Mike Nieto. That was a foul to give. And that's it. That puts them in penalty with 7.1 seconds to go. Less time to operate for NLEX.
And again, impressive ball movement, finding the open man on target and on spot on yung pasa na yun kay Anthony Semrad. 6 out of 12, partner. Tama ka, is the leading scorer sa locals dito kay Coach Jong Wichico. 3 players now in double figures led by their import na Lane with 19.
LJ checks the clock. Just 3 to operate with Drumay. Supalpal. Get it out, says Ball. And that ends the third period. Tawanan na lang yung mga NLEX. Nice try, LJ. You almost got it, but 7-3. Ganun lang yun eh. Third, fourth quarter, sa amin magbabalik.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Sa NLEX, they like shooting from the perimeter. 43 to 15 ang kanilang lamang sa departamentong yan. Dami ng 3-pointers, dami mga mid-range mula sa mga players ni Coach Jong. Sa TNT naman, sa loob ng pintura ang kanilang pag-atake, plus 18 sila in that department. With incursions like that from Bol, sila Oftana, dumadrive, sila Nambata. So, magkaiba ang atake. Tapos si Bolik, pag-usapan natin, siyempre, 14-3 and 7. This is one of those guys, coach, who likes to put a number in every statistical category.
Tama, and he's been doing that so naturally. Yung pagkakaiba kasi ni Bolik, talagang willing passer nila na siya at he is really embracing yung kanyang mga teammates, trusting them with shots from Rainbow Country. And the difference is, kaya lamang itong NLEX ng 6 na puntos, it's because of the points generated from the three-point area. A total of 11 made for NLEX. So if you count that times the 11, 3 times 11, that's 33 points. And only 9 points para rito sa TNT dahil tatlong tres lang ang kanilang naibuswa so far.
Agaw! To start the fourth quarter, it's a jam from Bol, and he puts his team within 4. Good defense from Heading, able to tip that one away. Alas now will throw it away again. Nambatak, sinasabayan nila Heading. Balik kay Nambatak! Beautifully run.
Back-to-back baskets here for TNT after trailing by 6 points at that start of the fourth quarter. They're only down by 2.
Here's Lalane, he's been quiet. Had those 2 dunks early in the third. Now tumahimik na. Mintis ang kanyang outside shot. Chance to tie or take the lead for the Tropang 5G. Ray, Mike, balik agad. Here's Kevin Ferrer. He's a threat from out there. Gives it up to Jordan Heading. Will drive the lane, put it up with his right hand, and get fouled. Knocked down by Kevin Alas. Ito yun, no? Agaw, right in front of us. And then, alis na si Nambatak. Alam niya may big man sa likod niya.
Tama yun. Good decision by Nambatak. Baka matalunan pa siya eh.
And the nice thing is, another thing about Bol, he's had several more dunks than he did in that first game, which means, you know, he's really using yung kanyang length.
Tama yun. He is not settling. Yun yung parati kong sinasabi. Dahil minsan may frustration even sa mga manonood. Dahil nga, he was just jacking it up from the three-point area, also from the perimeter. And another thing that he has improved tremendously is he is running faster on defense. He's not just staying dun sa may three-point area. He's going all the way to the paint. At ginakampanyan niya yung ini-expect sa kanya ng kanyang coaching staff na maging rim protector. Nakakita na tayo, at least 2 blanka. Kaya baka magbago ng isip ng mga nagpe-penetrate dito sa NLEX.
Ito naman si Hedy, pinasok yung free throw na yun. We're tied at 72. Quick 6-0 run to start the fourth and final quarter for the Tropang 5G. Wala pang score dito itong mga naka-blue. Lalane creating space. Another dunk para sa kanya. Just moving for air. Out of the way. Binama niya.
Pinura si Ferrer.
Nakagaw na, NLEX. Shawnee Winston. He saw Roger running. Decided to take it himself but could not put it in. Ito si Bol. Kick kay Nambata. Dropping it over to Bol.
Oh, he baby that shot.
He left it. Yeah, binaby niya.
Yes.
Also could have gone glass perhaps. LJ, Shawnee. Bukas na bukas!
Oh, a timely basket. 5 straight points once again for NLEX. Just when we felt like the momentum was slowly shifting towards the side of TNT. Timely hits. And then look at this move by Lalane. And also Ball on the weak side. He was just watching. Ball watching was something that you don't want to happen, especially when you're playing defense. And as a result, an easy shot by Lalane, backed up by a three-pointer by Winston on the next play.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
This guy, Shawnee Winston, who had these numbers against Magnolia, has also been putting up numbers in this game, Coach Ryan.
Deadly. He flies under the radar. Alam niya rin how to play alongside Robert Bolick. He will just position himself, wait for the ball to get to him, on target with proper balance on his shot. He can definitely shoot and make shots from deep. At ang napakagandang bagay pa dyan is yung kanyang 3-point shooting. Look at that, 3 out of 5 from 3. Now has a total of 12 points and all across the board. Yung 3.5 steals per game niya, that was his average in the first 2 games. Ngayon, meron na naman siyang 2 steals. So, depensa, napakalakas din ang pinapakita ni Shawnee.
There's Jordan Heading coming out of that timeout. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted a basket quickly, and Heading gave it to them. Just a 3-point lead, despite that run from NLEX, di ba?
Timely timeout by Coach Trot.
Pull up, Shawnee.
Basic basketball, mid-range.
Okay to, I mean, Shawnee, you know, he's a young player. He grew up in the age of Stephen Curry already, but he have chosen to be more like, as you said, DeMar DeRozan than Steph Curry, which is great because it works.
That in-between shot, it's a lost art, to be honest with you. But may mga players, kita na natin na ginagampanan yun. Samantala, taking advantage. Hindi ready yung defense ni Roger doon. So, end one opportunity for Brandon Ganuelos Rosser, relatively quiet in this game, but announcing his re-entry here with a strong attack to the basket.
Bonus free throw coming up for the intense. Tignan mo naman yung game face ni BGR. 10 puntos na rin para sa kanya. Perfect from the field thus far.
Yun na nga, alam mo yung efficiency nito, ang ganda rin, ano? 10 puntos na siya, bilang nadagdagan. Pero, nakakuha ng rebound si Matt.
Abang lang, ha?
Mike!
Si Matt, di pa nakapasok.
Ayun!
Yun na. 3 mula kay Bo. And he ties the game up. Just like that.
Tama, kaya tuwan-tuwa si Coach Shot, bumunod siya halalon, pati itong si Mike Nieto para lang tumaas yung energy nitong TNT. At quality minutes naman ang ginagampanan ng mga manlalaro.
Another 30-point game para kay Bol. But look at Sonny. Oh! A bit of crisscross and then jumper again.
Sarap panoorin eh. Simpleng basketball lang eh.
I remember there was a coach who not too long ago said Sonny Winston can't fit into the system or whatever. Oh, but he's on the floor right now.
You know, at some
point,
in a row. Oh yes, but he found himself quite open. That only means that the Road Warriors really do not respect his outside shot. Pinatire! Ngayon, nako. Magbabago na isip niyan kung paano didepensahan si Bol.
He's feeling that 3-point shot already. 2 in a row para sa kanya.
First, look at this. Late yung closeout, late yung pag-challenge ni Torres. Pero nagantihan naman on that counter move. Sweet perimeter jumper. Binitawan doon ni Shawnee Winston.
Boom! Bagsakan yung mga players natin. Oh, they're gonna call a flop on Mike Nieto. He can't believe it. He says he felt he was knocked down. Okay, it's challenge from Chot. There's a challenge. It's referee Cherwil Solon who called that. And quickly, bilis na pagpito ni referee Solon na pabagsak, meaning that hand gesture, meaning it was a flop, which is a technical foul. And so, the challenge from Coach Trot Reyes, Coach Rai. At syempre,
makikita na natin to. Coach Trot, animated. He's happy with the momentum na yung team niya was able to generate in the last few minutes here of the 4th quarter. Remember, they started this 4th quarter down by 6 points.
And of course, you know, you have to believe your player and you recognize Mike Nieto as maybe not that type of player who's a flopper, di ba? Baka sakaling natulak talaga. And we've discussed it this one time during one of our coverages last conference with, I think it was Jolly Escobar. We were talking about that. You know, if one of these guys who are, you know, maybe 170 pounds minimum, 6'3", bumps into you, there's a chance that you're really gonna get knocked off balance. So, parang gusto mo sabihin sa referee, sino ka para sabihin na nag-flop ako kung binangga naman ako talaga?
Parang gusto mo pang sabihin, pag ganun, banggain kaya kita. Tingnan mo kung hindi ko babagsak.
Diba? So,
but we're waiting for the slow-mo. We're waiting for camera angles.
Mukhang close call talaga eh. Matagal-tagal ang diskusyon. There's Mike Nieto. He used to be Big Mike Nieto. Now he's just Mike Nieto. Diba? Nung high school siya, si Big Mike yan eh. Siyempre, anak ng former Ateneo gunner na si Jet. Back-to-back champion yan. Diba? 87-88.
Tama. And naging member din yan ng ating Gilas Pilipinas.
Dito si Mike. Oh.
Yes, si Mike.
Nag-champion din yan.
Correct, champion din yan. Yung
Sila
tatay niya,
magkama.
talagang ano yan.
87-88.
Correct. Tandaan natin yan.
And so, the decision has been made. And referee Solon will now dictate.
After reviewing the play on that flop, minimal contact with exaggerate reaction. Therefore, the challenge of talk and text is not successful.
So, minimal contact, says referee Solon. Exaggerated result, meaning yung pagbagsak ni Mike. Panoorin natin. Winston was the one who shoved him off. Sabay bagsak si Mike. So yun yung, that's how the referee deemed it, Coach Rai, and that call will stay. So Bolic's at the line now for the tee, free throw. And of course, Berto puts that one in. Hindi naman nagmimintis yan.
Lalong-lalo na sa mga ganitong mga pagkakataon. Although there's still a lot of time left, 8 minutes and 15 seconds dun sa ating game clock. But you want, and you usually see Robert Bolic take charge sa ganitong mga situations.
Gusto niya yung mga ganito.
Oh,
He
yes.
thrives
on
these times. That is a turnover on the NLEX Road Warriors as Shawnee hits the deck. And that's not going to go in his favor.
Yun din ang sinasabi ngayon ni Coach Chot Reyes. Now, if you call the flop on the defense of Nieto, call a flop also on that fall of Shawnee Winston.
They've got the ball back. The score is tied at 82 apiece. 8 minutes sakto natitira. Turnaround jumper, no go from Bowl. Rebound taken by Tony Semerad. Solid ang laro ni Tony Semerad sa game na ito. I gotta hand it to him.
Matatag na matatag talaga yan.
And he gets it in transition. Short. Unable to finish it. Cadila Lane tracks it down, waiting for his teammates. Shawnee Winston studies the situation. Powers up! Inside, outside, I don't care. Shawnee Winston can do it.
16 points for Shawnee Winston, or 18 to be exact.
May tres yan, may perimeter, may pintura, may pass break. Ito si Jordan, the lefty, inside the Bowl. I love the way, they're lobbing it into Bowl. And guys like LJ Gonzalez are trying to intercept it. Hindi talaga eh.
Pero tingnan mo yung lakas ni Shawnee Winston. He was able to create space just to get that momentum to jump. And he saw himself all of a sudden like open for that two-point shot.
Oh, ito naman yung mga wrestling na yan, ha? Yung wrestle na ni Bull. They're gonna call a foul on Semerad. And Coach Chot and Jason Castro asking, where's the flop? Call the flop. Because they still do not appreciate that call on their teammate Mike Nieto.
Yes, but I think that is really the clamor of Coach Chot Reyes. If you call it on one side, the description is minimal to no contact with exaggerated reaction. That merits a technical foul for flopping. So yun lang, consistency lang ang gusto ni Coach Chot.
Sinasabi niya yun, yung reaction ni Semerad, pwedeng ganun din eh. Kategorya ang pinasok eh.
And we also expected this. Look at Anthony Semerad. His main function right now is to push out ball. Dahil nga alam niya pag makalapit yan, wala na siyang tsansa. So without the ball yet, kumbaga, itulak mo na palayo.
Here you go, there's that matchup again. The hook pass goes to BGR. He'll take the J. That's off target. Easy rebound for Caddy. Here comes LJ. Gonzalez. Nantay muna lahat. Look at all the coaches of
ISO to. ISO to. Kita ni Gonzalez to.
And he misses the layup yet again. G across court to Heading. Heading in the paint. Drops it over to Mike. Mike, labas kay Ball. Corner. Jordan. Short. Mike Nieto
look
again.
at Mike Nieto once again, keeping the ball alive.
Yeah, so some players really just have a nose for the ball. And look at that. Shawnee Winston Neo-romansa na si BGR dun sa painted area.
That's more like it, of course. Brandon Ganuela's roster. The coaching staff of TNT felt like that's probably not the best shot when he took that shot with a lot of time left and then shot back from the three-point area. Buti na lang nabawi niya tapos nakakuha siyang defensive rebound. This time around, using his strength against a much smaller defender.
So what's happening? Crowd reacting.
Expected ito. Babangga talaga si Anthony Semerad. Hindi matatakot itulak itong si Bol.
Oh, and he's not singling out Bol. He does that to everybody.
Yes.
There you go. Now he's talking. He's saying stuff. And look at Semerad doing what Bol did last game, di ba? Yan ang senyas ni Bol last game. Kila Johnson and the rest of them. Di ba? So ngayon, ganun din siya. You know, you throw things and they come right back to you sometimes. It's a boomerang effect.
Tama yan. But this is exactly what you want Bol to do. Use his length to score against smaller defenders. Kita natin yan. Both these players are playing with a lot of emotions.
And if you follow the PBA, you watched the game the other night, you know what that was about. Obviously, nanonood si Semerad noong isang gabi. Nakita niya yung ginawa, di ba? Kay Tiongson.
Alam mo yung first game na yon, lahat nanood kay Bol. But those are things that you want to see, yung bang non-basketball things, but at least kita natin dito na
there's a call.
Na kumbaga, no other physicalities that happen.
Not technical si Tony Semerad for doing that. Yes.
Okay,
Kaya nagwawala yung bench ng NLEX eh. Bakit naman daw? I'm not so sure about that call, Coach Ryan.
Ano yon? Ang pwedeng nangyari dapat doon is at least double tech.
Yes.
It was actually
Kasi
Bol
they were
who
jabbering.
initiated the trash talk.
Yeah, they were jabbering at each other.
Yes.
Medyo nalugi yata si Tony.
Yes.
Natirahan na nga siya, na technical pa siya. Diba?
At lamang pa ngayon ng isang puntos itong TNT.
Well, you know, it's up to the league officials to review that, reassess that after the game when they watch the tape back. Diba?
Oh, definitely.
Coach, pero right now, it's a 1-point lead for TNT, 6:15 to go. Lots of basketball action remaining dito sa Inares, and the crowd has been treated to two great games today. Gio trying to guard Bolick. He finds Tony on the other side. And he puts that one in! Ganon bumawi.
Oh, incredible reply by Anthony Semerad. You call a tech on me, you shot a two, I'll shoot a three off you.
Back to a 2-point lead for the Road Warriors. Time dropping here in the fourth, 5:36 to go. Jordan heading! Oh, he's serving it up! Coach Ryan.
Napakaganda dapat itong natutunghayan natin. Quality ball game we're witnessing here between NLEX and TNT.
Here's LJ Gonzalez, the rookie. Mapapalaban itong rookie na to, ha. Laking endgame. Iniiwan siya ni Coach Jom dyan. Candy lane, tahimik. Ginulo ni Halalon. Ball is alive, but they had to take it. It almost went in. Muntik na. Nakabit na buzzer yun. Tabla tayo with 5 minutes to go in the game. Every shot is important. Every play will factor into how the result will come later on. Here comes Bo. Tipped away. He gets it back. LJ on the break to the corner. Sonny Winston. Miss. LJ keeping it alive. Everybody's hustling. Bolick taking the three sabay. Beeline straight to the bucket for Berto Bolick.
He saw that line. It was wide open. Ball was 18 feet away from the rim. So that was an easy layup for Robert Bolick.
You know, it's in these end games before that we would question sometimes NLEX's mettle, diba, Coach? But right now, they're hanging right in there with a championship team like TNT. We're going to call a charge on Jordan Herring.
And credit that one again. Brilliant defensive sequence once again.
Asking for a flop.
Oh, yes, it was Anthony Semerad. Once again, forcing that TO. We'll take a look at it once again. There was a little extension on the arm of Herring.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ako sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Yun yung play na sabi ng referee, charge si Heading. Tapos sabi naman ng mga TNT coaches, flop si Severan, coach.
Depending on your interpretation, of course, you want the ball to favor you. But ito kasi ang feeling ni Coach Chot and the rest of the coaching staff of TNT, natatawagan sila ng flopping, hindi natatawagan yung kalaban. Jordan Heading had a scintillating performance in the Philippine Cup with 15 points. But he was not able to score in their previous game against Rain or Shine. But comeback game ito ni Jordan Heading, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists all across the board. He was able to contribute to his team. Of course, ang importante ngayon sa kanila is can they finish it off with a victory? Diba? They've been playing so well. Heading, of course, with his heads-up play was unfortunately called for an offensive foul, but they need a stop here in this defensive play.
Under 4 minutes ang natitira in this action-packed game. Highly intense. Kala mo, playoffs na nga eh. Yung execution nitong dalawang koponan. Yung game face nila. 4 to shoot. Berto steps back. Short! Here's ball. Has to be careful because Semurad's in his mug. Manuelas Rosser. Babalik kay Ball. Ball. On the way up, tipped away, gets it back. Drive. One-hander, good!
It turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Almost a turnover by Ball, but he was able to regain possession. And it's just a tough coverage to block that kind of a floater from a 7'3" guy.
Napasigaw nga, coach, showing some emotion here.
Yun na nga, yun ang inaantay natin sa kanya eh.
Lalaine, babawi, yes!
Napakadali ng basketball dito kay Lalaine, no? Tumitingin pa sa atin, sabi niya, all right, nothing fancy, but it counts for 2 points just the same. More importantly, I'll give another 2-point lead for my team.
Nakakatuwa nga to si Lalaine.
Diba?
Basket na nga, parang naantok pa rin yung itsura eh. Here's Ball against Lalaine. Import kontra import. Gagalaw si Ball. Jumper. Pasok na naman!
Ayan na. Lumabas na ang NBA pedigree ni Ball. And that is why TNT got him over here.
91 all. This is going down to the wire. Bolick rather. Kick kay Shawnee. Had a great game so far too si Shawnee. Oh, on the swing. He's gonna get called for an offensive foul.
Oh, definitely inadvertent. He realized it.
And he's gonna go over to Calvin para mag-apologize.
Yes.
Sana tanggapin naman dahil...
Oh, yes, of course. On his defense, bagaan lang.
Yun,
Ayun,
no?
tinamaan talaga.
Sa pulse.
Saktong-sakto.
And in slow motion, parang price punch yun, ha?
But look at Shawnee, talagang profusely apologizing to Oftana. And Oftana acknowledging and accepting it right away.
Almado na si Calvin.
Hindi sa jam.
Oh. Heading. Chance for the lead. We are now in the twilight zone, Coach Rai. The kick to Brandon. That's a 3!
Wow! On time, on target, basket for BGR. Nice setup job by Jordan Heading.
And of all the shooters na meron itong TNT, si BGR pa nakapasok ng isa mula sa kanto. Look at that find from Jay. And then it goes to B for the basket. We're back here with Commissioner's Cup coverage on RBTV. We also greet our viewers on the One Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in all over the world. Brandon Ganuelas Roser, modest numbers. We know he can do much more than that, but he's a big guy who can step out to the three-point line. He just showed us that.
Oh yes, what he has shown so far is it is not a fluke that is taking shots from three. That was a critical basket by Brandon Ganuelas Roser to give them a three-point advantage. All throughout this game has been playing steady basketball. 13 points, 4 out of 5 from the field, and 3 out of 4 for a very hot shooting from three. That is 75%. But look at that pass of Jordan Heading. Nakita niya defense collapse, and the next thing to do is the easy pass to the safety valve, which is the corner. And good thing, itong si Brandon Ganuelas Roser was ready.
And a beautiful shot from our cameraman, switching from the basket to the little boy cheering for Brandon. But lots more cheering will happen in the last 155. Shawnee had to desperately throw it in. Nakaagaw pa ang TNT! Wow! Things are heading TNT's way.
And they have timeouts left. Hindi nila itinawag yun. Instead, ang nangyari ron with the quick hands of TNT, nakakuha na naman ng steal.
Laling. 3. Off target. Sabay bagsak si Brandon. Semirad 2. And the referee step in immediately because it's situations like that could result in a little bit more action than necessary.
Tama yun. So good call right away by our referees to de-escalate the situation. But big stops by TNT. Look at that. Talagang kita mo na mo problema na itong inbound ng NLEX. And quick hands by Jordan Heading. He was able to walk along the park and make his layup. Now they're up by 5 points. And kanina pa natin nakikita yung Lalaine trying his luck from the three-point range. Another miss for him. 1 out of 6 from 3. At ito, grabe itong performance si Brandon Ganuelas Roser. Unfortunately, he missed his first free throw. But TNT, 30-point performance here in the fourth quarter. By far their best quarter here in this game.
Nakaka 13 points na ito si Brandon, but he wants 14. And he gets it. That's a 5-point lead for TNT, 96-91. Still a minute and 34 to go. And of course, with the existence of the 4-point shot sa ating liga ngayon, that's not a safe lead. It's 97-91 rather. Pero hindi pa rin ligtas. Dahil with a minute and 34, there's so many things na pwede pa mangyari dito.
But importante rito itong possession ng NLEX. They really have to score. Outscored sila rito. Remember, entering the fourth quarter, they were up by 6 points. But now, 12-point advantage by TNT.
Games coming up for NLEX on your screens. Ginebra, Phoenix, and the Black Knights. So yun yung mga susunod na laban. It would be great to be 3-0 once you start that stretch. But it's in trouble right now. Dahil they're down by 6. Ito naman yung susunod na tatlong laban para sa Tropang 5G, Coach.
San Miguel on the 28th. And on April 7, we will have a Holy Week break. At pagbalik, April 5, of course, may laban na tayo. That is Easter Sunday. And 2 days after, makakalaban nila yung Meralco Bulls. And their last game sa kanilang 3-game stretch is against Terra Firma.
Note that there will be some Tuesday games coming up in the coming weeks. Hindi Wednesday, yung regular natin, may mga Tuesday tayong parating. So check the PBA schedule, please. Challenge for NLEX still exists. They only have 1 timeout. TNT has 3 timeouts to go and a foul to give, which is important in these crucial situations, yung foul to give na yan.
And a little bit of a fourth quarter meltdown defensively for NLEX. 31 points na ang na-score nitong TNT. And of course, aided by those 2 booming threes by Bol here in the latter part of the fourth quarter.
LJ, out to Bullet. Of course, they swing it to Caddy. Caddy in the paint. Powers up. Oh, and misses! Point-blank range, and he missed it. He overshot the hook.
Probably a little bit intimidated by the presence of two big guys, VGR and Bobo.
That's off. Rebound taken by Bolick. Panigurado na sana yun, pero leaving the door open. Bolick will step back for 4. No, that's wide right. Lane keeps it and decides not to take it and then takes it.
Only down by 1 possession. Well within striking distance. All they need to do is make a stop and hopefully make a basket. Wow, look at that. Steal.
LJ diving. And are they going to call the foul? They're going to call it on heading.
And that is why you like players or warriors who don't give up. LJ Gonzalez was able to dive for that loose ball. A loose ball foul will be called against heading. So it's not over. Diba? Ang haba pa nito.
47.6.
Ganda nung steal na yun. That was perfect timing by LJ Gonzalez. Good thing for TNT. Maski pa paano, hindi pa sila in penalty situation.
Tapos sabi nga nung referee, hinablot ni Heading yung jersey or yung shorts ni Gonzalez to try to stop him. Kaya naman may foul doon. Here is probably the biggest sequence for NLEX right now. Bolick dancing, kicking to Winston for 4. They were forcing the tie immediately, coach. Now it's with Brandon. He'll hang on to it for a bit. Waits for Heading.
I think NLEX has to foul right now just to stop the clock.
Bolick is trying to do that. They almost stole it away. There's only 13.8 to go. And you see the bench of NLEX is stunned. Well, they're speechless right now. Nakatingin sa mga pangyayari, but they look like they might face defeat for the first time this conference. TNT has shown its championship medal. I always say, you know, always a contender, always deep into the playoffs, and in situations like this, iiral talaga yung experience mo sa mga ganitong sitwasyon.
Tsaka, of course, the pride. I mean, in their last game against Rainer Shine, they were up against a team that played without an import in the last 6 minutes, and yet they lost. And of course, they're parading an NBA caliber player in Bol. So ngayon, pinakita ni Bol na eto kaya ako kinuha ng TNT dahil kaya kong kumurenta.
Nabalik ang PBA dito sa Wednesday. San Antipolo, Terra Firma, Phoenix. Remember, Terra Firma's unbeaten. San Miguel and Converge will go at it for the second game. So magandang matchup yan. Nandiyan si Arana and Balti against Junmar. Now, tinan natin kung mag-improve ang performance ng San Miguel because they did lose yesterday to Blackwater.
To Titan Ultra.
To Titan, sorry. Blackwater pala kanina ang panalo.
And of course, San Miguel, they have to have a better performance from their import. Marcus Lee only scored 4 points in that game.
Right.
But yung sinasabi natin, yung bang NBA pedigree nitong si Bol, yung talagang yung kalibre niya iba talaga eh. Lalong-lalo na pag matuto na siyang maglaro dito sa PBA brand.
You saw that huddle, you know, as they were gathered. He literally breathes different air. Siya lang yun nandun eh. Diba?
The air up there is different.
Diba talaga? The air up there. Nalala mo yun?
Yes,
Kevin
of course.
Kevin Bacon. If you haven't watched it, young PBA fans, try to find a version of the air up there. Heading the inbound inside to Bol, who says, di na ako titira. Bakit pa? And they foul Heading. And now Heading will head to the line para sa dalawang free throws. Wala pa. Hindi, free throws na nga.
Penalty na, yes.
Kala ko mag-i-inbound pa. And you like the way, you know, Bol has forced up some shots from the last game to this game a couple of times. Didn't even try to go for the shot there, you know, just thinking.
AJ Gonzalez, sinan mo, grabe yung drop ng laro niya. 13 against Magnolia and only 3 today on a 1 out of 7 and a lot of missed layups.
Pero yung agaw naman niya kanina lang, di ba, was a nice one. So some aggressiveness. Tinetesting talaga siya ni Coach Jong. Clearly, dahil he's a rookie, but he puts him in the end game. All 3 games, andun siya sa dulo.
Tama. Binibigyan na talaga ng kumpiyansa. But speaking of Bol, I believe he just played so much better here in this game. Shot a lot better from the field. 18 out of 37 for close to 50%, scored more with 40 points, and shot better from the three-point area, 2 out of 5 for 40%. Tapos yung ano pa crucial yung kanyang mga tinira sa tres ngayon eh.
NLEX might drop. They're gonna tie Phoenix at 2-1 kung sakali. TNT will go up to 1-1. They'll be alone at that standing kung sakali, but at least they'll get out of that cellar where all the zeros are. You don't want to be in the bottom 5 here because 5 teams ang matatanggal dahil 13 teams tayo ngayon sapagkat meron tayong guest team, the Macau Black Knights.
Tama yan. The first order of battle, of course, is to make it in the top 8. Just for you to be in the playoffs. And kung within reach naman yung top 4, it is a very important goal for any team as well because that gives you a twice-to-beat advantage against number 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, ganun ka-importante.
Gotta get that playoff bonus, right?
Yes,
That's what if you're a player, yan ang habol mo. Playoff bonus, and then maybe semis bonus, and then finals bonus. Championship bonus.
Tapos mag-finals MVP ka pa.
Yeah.
Dami nun.
Junmar Fajardo. Exactly the guy I had in mind. Here's Bolek. He'll hoist the 4 and hit it! He hit it! And he's asking for a foul. Oh, somebody's on the ground. He wanted a foul. He felt he was hit. Si Coach Chot naman saying he might have hit the sideline. And look at Ball.
Nagsusumbong eh. Give him a check, ref. Hindi natin nakikita itong antics ni Ball eh.
Sapon yata si Calvin Oftana ba yan?
Si Calvin. Tignan nga natin ano nangyari ron.
Hindi yata tumama yung left foot.
Ay nako. And knee yung tumama.
Oo nga. He got him.
Tuhod yung tumama.
They have to. Are they going to review that because of what happened? The referees missed it. Pulang-pula yung uso ni Calvin Oftana kasi tumama, as very clearly seen in the replay. And medyo na-Chuck Norris siya doon.
Oo nga
Left in peace, di ba?
Correct.
Si Tyrus Hill, ginagaya. Ano ba nangyari? So now they're trying to sort things out. With just 4.6 remaining, but wow, Bolek, imagine if he hit that one a little earlier bago nag-free throw. Sa kabila, tablasan na tayo.
Yun na nga. Pero si Robert Bolek talagang clutch player ito eh. Tumama yung kanyang 4. Tignan natin ulit ito. This is a very good camera angle. He stepped back, trying to initiate the foul. But look at his right knee. It hit the face of Calvin Oftana.
Oh, medyo karate kid yung doon. Yung tuhod na yun. He wanted a foul, but he might be lucky that he wasn't called for a foul instead.
I think at the back of his mind, he was thinking that he did not have the correct landing spot. So baka landing spot rule yun. But based on that slow-mo mechanism that we witnessed, yung tama talaga yung right knee niya doon sa mukha ni Calvin.
Yung gusto ko makitang angle naman kung meron tayo is that shot from the other side. Kasi sinasabi ni Coach Chot, tumapak yung left foot daw sa sideline eh.
Okay.
Diba? Yun yung gusto sana natin makita rin. Oh, Oftana is upset. He's saying it's like I was really hit in the face. How come? Ito, nag-uusap yung dalawa si Bisaya. Diba? Taga Dumaguete at taga Sibuyan. Nag-uusap sila.
There's a lull in the game right now.
And I'm wondering what they're trying to find out. Can you review happenings that were not called? What exactly prompts you to review and things like that?
But to your point, I think it is good for our televiewers to get a different angle para makita natin kung ano ba yung nangyari doon sa kabilang anggulo.
Medyo malas si Calvin Oftana today. Na-show ni Winston elbow na siya kanina in the paint.
Tama.
Tapos natuod pa siya ni Bolek ngayon. So, he's gonna feel that later or tomorrow. Kasi sa may bibig, ilong niya tinamaan. They're trying to explain now to Coach Chot. That's referee Mike Flor-Delis has been around here for 10 years in our league, and he's explaining to Coach Chot what's happening right now. So we're dragging a little bit. As they sort things out, Coach Ryan. But what a game. We need to talk about the quality of ball game that we've had up to this point.
Correct. But tignan muna natin ito. magsi-step back dyan eh. Itong si Robert Bolick.
Di makita from there, no?
Yeah,
Di
that's
makita yung
probably
left
not the
foot
right
eh.
angle.
But kita yung, yung pagtuhod, yan.
Yan,
Kita sa angulo yun. Knock out eh. Knock down pala, knock down. And Oftana is, you know, understandably very upset.
Oh yes, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the review, it's a flagrant foul penalty, 1 on number 8, Robert Bolick.
F1 on Bolick.
So,
F1 on
Bolick
Bolick.
has to sit on the bench.
So he's out of the game. That doesn't carry over naman to the next game. Hindi siya pwede maglaro in the first 3 minutes of that game. But he's out for the rest of this game.
Pero yun ang sinasabi mo, maswerte siya kanina before the review na hindi siya natawagan ng offensive foul. Mas masakit pa pala eh.
Yeah.
Flagrant foul penalty 1 pa. Ang napito rito kay Robert Bolick.
He's explaining now to referee Bing Oliva, the crew chief, na it's my emotion. That's my emotion in shooting. I really raised my knee, but it did make contact with someone's face, so that changes everything. Mag-usap yung dalawang yan mamaya.
Oftana at Bolick, pareho namang bedista yan.
Correct. Yeah, they won a championship
Of
together
course, yes.
with a bunch of other guys.
No problem that time on his first free throw. Calvin Oftana. Very quiet night, only 11 points. We didn't need to do a lot of heavy lifting because of the 40-point performance of their import.
Kailangan ba sabihin to? Kahit ipasok ito, hindi, pero possession ng TNT eh. Possession ng TNT. So, gumagawan sila. May chance for a 4-point shot for overtime. Pero, they hang on to it. They're fouled.
Tsaka wala si Bolick eh. Papahinga ng 3 minutes to eh. So, hindi na makakabalik to unless may overtime period. Pero tumawag ng timeout si Coach Sean Reyes. Of course, yung kanyang assistant coach si Coach Josh was the one who gestured that they want that timeout.
Usap-usap muna sila. 30-second timeout. There's only one challenge remaining in this game. I doubt if we're going to use it unless this extends a little bit more. Kasamang Magu, nanonood ngayon eh.
Na-miss natin si Magu ah.
Masyadong busy. Wala ka magagawa. Pero talaga yung mga sikat.
Babalik na yan.
Coach Chot, diagramming a play. He's just telling them to be ready for whatever. Try to just finish the 4.6. Let's get out of here with a win. Diba?
Which is the most important thing right now for TNT after dropping their first game against ROS. But 35-point quarter for TNT. Ito yung normal or usual TNT that we're used to seeing. Games on Wednesday, magandang laban na naman ito. Pakita na naman natin. Dito ulit yan ha. Inari Center Antipolo ha.
Yung Terra Firma guys ha, baka hindi nyo alam, yung mga nanonood, 3-0 sila ngayon, wala pang pagkatalo. Itong sila Paulo Hernandez and the rest of the crew. Jeric Hanmisi and of course, Mubashar Ali, 50 and 25 in their second game, di ba? Medyo nag-drop yun na last game, pero okay pa rin, panalo pa rin. Ito yung standings natin, mag-iiba na to maya-maya. In about 4.6 seconds, this should change. And TNT might get its first victory and NLEX will drop, get its first loss.
The second game will be very interesting as well. San Miguel dropping their first game against the Titan Ultra yesterday and converged 2 straight losses for them.
That's right, and battle of the big men, yung game na yan. Heading to Calvin. Uy, nadulas pa si Shawnee. And the foul comes. And look at Calvin and Shawnee. In-embrace pa ni Calvin. Mukhang nauntog na naman siya. Mukhang nagtama na naman. Pa-check na yan. Tatlo na eh.
Correct. May contusion eh.
What a night. Pamilya yata ni Calvin nandito and they're probably wondering what's going on.
Ano ba yan? Concussion? Wala.
Probably needs to wear yung headgear ng boksingero.
Kasi yung tama niya, baka pwedeng... kasi wala naman dugo eh, pero solid eh.
puts in that free throw, makes it a 5-point game, and this pretty much puts this away. You know, you can just
Yes, it's over.
you
Yeah,
can
with
give
a
the ball
5-point advantage.
to
Yes.
NLEX.
Steady from the line. 4 out of 4 in the last 2 trips for Calvin Oftana. 6-point advantage for TNT.
LJ for 4, and TNT fights back to get this victory, 103-97. A 37-point fourth quarter. TNT with victory, 37-25, the plus 12 sa fourth quarter, Coach Ryan. Kaya naman, that's victory number 1 for Coach Sean Reyes and his team.
And our best player of the ball game, no other than their import, Ball. Look at the way he's aggressively attacking the basket. Scored more points in tonight's game with a total of 40. Was able to grab 15 rebounds and defensively made his presence felt also with 2 blocks. He shot a lot better percentage-wise from the field, 18 out of 37. We've seen everything in tonight's game. Dunks inside, penetrations, floaters, back to the basket attack using his strength, and also booming threes in the fourth quarter to turn the tide around and eventually giving them their first victory.
Disappointed ako dun sa 2 blocks lamang para kay Ball, but he's got 7 blocks in 2 games. That's 3.5 average. Aangat pa siguro yan. Yan ang ating final score, 103-97. And that does it for us in this second game ng ating doubleheader. Panalo ang TNT para kay Coach Ryan Gregorio at kay Apple David at ang ibang kasama namin for this. I'm Charlie Cuna. Thank you from here in Inares Center, Antipolo, but we'll see you again on Wednesday.
Welcome to our post-game press conference. We are joined by our winning coach, Coach Sean Reyes of TNT. Coach, congratulations. After losing your opening game, you escaped with a victory in this tightly contested match. What are the adjustments and the challenges you continue to face and try to overcome with the lineup that you have this conference?
Before the game, well, first of all, I want to just acknowledge the effort of my coaching staff, the assistant coaches. As you know, my mother just passed away on Thursday, so I couldn't come to practice yesterday because we cremated her yesterday. So I asked the assistants to handle practice, and obviously they did a great job. With regards to the game. In the end, it was just our defense. I thought we made a few key defensive stops towards the end when our offense was not clicking. We made some stops and got some easy baskets because of our defense. But NLEX is a tough team to play. I think they're the most disciplined team in the league, in the PBA. And they were just making great play after great play. And, that's why for us, it was really our ability to make stops that determined the victory.
TNT and NLEX going at it at Inares Center, Antipolo. So umpisa ng ating laro. Cyrus Torres gets things going with a jumper. He didn't see much action after that, but he did draw first blood. Tapos si Bol early in the game. Turnaround jumper para sa kanya for the first 2 points of TNT. Pero may pangsagot naman ang NLEX, coach.
Very steady naman yung performance ng kanilang import na si Lalaine. He was just shooting from the perimeter and he's just a smooth stroker from mid-range.
Tapos bago natapos ang ating first period, the drop to Mike Nieto from Ray ng Batak, and Mike scored his only 2 points of the game. Natapos ang first quarter. Tabla tayo, 21-all. Di kita ng ating labanan. Come the second quarter, much better shot selection and accuracy from this guy. Si Bol, calculating, driving in, and getting right to the rim. Hard to stop him from there.
Oh yes, it's always a tough coverage, especially if he's closer to the basket because of his sheer length. That's why he scored more points in tonight's game compared to his previous performance.
Richie Roger hits his only basket of the game, a three-pointer from the right side. May pagsagot naman ng TNT just moments later from the veteran Jason Castro, sizing up the defense, pulling up using that screen, puts it in.
They went under Jason Castro and they will pay big time. That is the message of Jason on that shot.
Great game mula kay Anthony Semerad. He hit a bunch of three-pointers. Here's one of them from the right corner. And played great defense, good rebounding as well para kay Semerad. Pagdating ng halftime, nakalamang na ng dalawa itong NLEX Road Warriors. Third quarter action naman tayo. Ito, talagang intense na yung ating action. And watch this!
Parang ano yun, Wemby shot yun, di ba? A little bit of Wembanyama we witnessed with that slam dunk of Ball, and another slam dunk here, coast to coast dunk for the import of TNT.
Making it look easy.
Oh yes.
Pero nakadalawang dunk si Ball, sabi ni Caddy Lalaine, I can do that as well. I'm a little smaller than you are, but I'm gonna return the favor.
Tama yan. He was able to get a position inside, token resistance to the part of BGR. As a result, gumanti itong si Lalaine.
Pinalo pa niya. Hindi na kontento sa isang dunk. Hindi, tadawang dunk na si Ball. Ito daw ulit para kay Caddy Lalaine. Two-handed, tapos one-handed din. Kinaya lang niya si Ball.
It was a very good third quarter for NLEX. They actually entered the fourth quarter with a 6-point advantage.
And then, back and forth tayo sa fourth quarter. Lalaine, the 15-foot jumper, put his team up ahead by 2. May pangsagot naman itong TNT. Ball trying to create. Brings it in. Jumper from the keyhole. Pasok.
He was making timely baskets in the fourth quarter. He also shot 2 threes in the payoff quarter, but I thought this was the shot that is very critical for TNT, that penetration of heading and that kick-out pass to BGR. BGR was ready.
Ready to knock in the 3. Put a little distance between them and the NLEX Road Warriors in the last 2 minutes. Here is what happened. They threw that ball away. Jordan Heading gives them a 5-point lead at that juncture. Make it 6, and then here was Bolik's last stand. 4-pointer counts, but natuwag niya sa mukha si Oftana. He was called for an F1. He was out of the game till the end. And victory was TNT's.
Oh yes, securing their very first victory. That was a tough shot, but after the review, a flagrant foul penalty one was assessed against Robert Bolik, and even if he made those, he made that very difficult for nabawi dahil he had to sit out 3 minutes, and Oftana made 4 straight free throws. Good coaching by the coaching staff, of course, led by Coach Rodriguez. Particularly yung pasok kay Nieto, plus 12 si Nieto. Close to 21 minutes of basketball time.